It seems really weird because I feel like we are kind of starting early, but maybe that's, I don't even know. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Sleepy Idol, a little bar on 34th and Crenshaw where you can sit back, relax, and talk K-pop with your friends. Today was a very, very messy week. Hello, early bird specials, Andre and Teddy. Welcome to the chat. As always, we want to start off by introducing the ever so wonderful Jazz and asking, how was your weekend, or your week, I guess, this week so far?
The weekend didn't start. I cannot wait. But I don't know. It's been a week.
Yeah. It was me too. This week somehow simultaneously went fast and slow. Like, I feel like just 2 seconds ago it was Monday, but then I also feel like I've been beaten down all week. I'm literally so tired. Also I wanted to apologize because I did cancel my Wednesday stream because I just had so much work to finish, and I was just like, wow, I'm starting to make those like big decisions where it's like I'm going to work after hours because I want to get this thing done, even though like I'm not on the clock. But yeah, so it was not fun, and I was very tired all week. But you know, whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy. Jumping in chat. Hey Jordy, hey Teddy, hey Andre. How's you guys' weekends? Do you have any weekend plans, Jazz? Like for the upcoming weekend?
I was going to the city. Like, I want to go to the city, but it's supposed to be raining tomorrow, so I'm like,
ew.
We'll see.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if it's chilly and rainy, I feel like that's a moment. But if it's like humid and rainy, just throw the whole day away.
I think it's supposed to be warm tomorrow.
That's the worst. That's so nasty. Oh God, I don't love that. Yeah, y'all go to any concerts? That's low-key true. There's been like 334 concerts taking place. You mean K-pop concerts?
Coming to America?
I mean, did you see aespa's coming?
Aespa.
Yeah, I was
gonna that's what I was gonna say. aespa's coming.
I was like, just shut it down. Shut the whole concert down. We want an IVE concert. Who told them we wanted aespa? Just kidding.
I would never.
You would never go to an IVE concert, even if they paid you to go?
Oh, I would go then.
Oh my God.
They're $20. I just don't think I would ever go to a K-pop concert again. It's not even them. It's just...
Not even aespa?
Not where they're going. The places I looked at, I was like,
yeah.
Why there?
Low key. I don't even think they have a New York date.
They do.
Oh, well.
It's just not where I want to go. I don't want to go to Brooklyn.
You're like, somewhere in New York, but different. Is it Madison Square Garden?
I don't know. It doesn't have like the actual place.
It's just the city.
The city, yeah.
I see you, SM, trying to trick us.
It's going to Washington D.C.
I saw that and I was like, I might go to the Cali date, switch it up, you know, make a trip a bit. You know,
that's expensive.
Yeah, I know, but Karina will fit the bill. She got it. Did you see?
Who?
Did you see? She already bought her. I read somewhere. Maybe the stands were just saying this, but she already bought her parents a car. I guess both of them a car or whatever. And I was like, dang, gone are the days that you got to pay back.
Is that when she did her interview? That lady?
Oh, I only watched clips of that. No, I just saw some stands say that in some forum. But I was like, gone are the days when you're broke for years while you're paying back your trip, which is a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Yeah. But I was like, woo, has the K-pop I don't even know, culture change.
Just good.
Yeah, jumping in the chat, Andre says, my week's also slow but fast. Next week's gonna be busy. My grandma turned 70. Ooh, happy birthday to grandma. Next Thursday, and she's having a party next Saturday. I'm working a rock festival next weekend. Ooh, that sounds like it would be exhausting. The rock festival. Let's see. Teddy says, I'm always hesitant to go to a K-pop concert. See a group live once and they do the same thing over and over again. That's true. I mean, what was it? There was some forum that I was on and they were debating, I forget what they were debating, but they were basically debating like K-pop idols that can't sing live or lip sync, and saying like, oh, some idols are just not worth paying for, because if they're just going to stand up there and lip sync and they're not even that good dancers, what are you exactly paying for? And I'm like,
Paying.
I was like, who are y'all sitting that you hate them this much? Because I know Kyungsu will give me a vocal. I know Rain will give me a vocal. He will shrug his shoulders, and it doesn't matter because Sehun and Kai will dance around him. So
Kai's in the army, so he's got only Sehun.
No,
and Sehun's about to
his
leave
background
too, so.
dancer. Oh no.
Baekhyun will join.
Okay,
Truman
good.
will join. He'll have those two.
Exactly.
The secondary dancer.
The background or the backup dancers.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, and Rain will give me a little, maybe you'll hear some squeak.
No, we'll just bend over and do that weird thing where he looks at the camera. I still love that.
That was so gorgeous.
That is an iconic clip of him just like, what did he think he was doing? Was he doing something?
He was serving. Thank you very much. He served.
I guess he was serving me last. That I will never forget.
Dare you clownize him? Oh my God.
He clonized himself.
He was being so, you're not a cloud. You would not understand. Like, I'm tired of non-clouds trying to have an opinion of Rain.
Wow, a cloudinizer. Ew. I
was like, how dare.
I'm here all week.
How dare. Also, hey Andy, welcome to the stream. So before we continue with this Rain slander, I did want to say one thing that was quite interesting this weekend that I did do was that I taught somebody the phrase woobify. Do you know what this is?
You get someone to be a wait, no, that's a weeb.
Oh, no, not weeb. Woob.
Weebify.
I don't think anyone wants to
can you use it in a sentence?
Weebify. Why are they treating this grown-ass man like a kid? I hate when fans woobify their faves.
W-O.
What?
Oh. Okay.
Wait.
This is like a spelling bee.
I was going to say.
B.
Oh.
I.
F.
Oh. E.
I don't know if that's right. I actually I never spelled it in my life. But it's basically, the thing is, I thought it was a phrase that originated on Tumblr, but apparently it's actually like a literary device. But essentially, it popped up, I think, on Tumblr. That's where I first heard it. When like stans, mostly what would happen is when like somebody's fave was being dragged, and stans would be like, well, they didn't know any better, they're just a weird, but it's like a 45-year-old man or whatever. Or like when they're like, oh my God, you hurt Pedro Pascal's feelings, but he doesn't feel, and it's like a grown guy. Like they kind of like strip away their autonomy as adults. Yeah.
It's like infantilism, whatever.
Yeah. That's pretty much, I think they're pretty much one for one. But when I was telling this person, teaching them about Weebify, they looked it up, and apparently its specific origins are when there's like a villainous character and you excuse the bad behavior of the villainous character by like taking something from their past. So they're like, oh, well, they might have killed this whole population, but also their parents got divorced when they were in the 7th grade, so they really couldn't come back from that. So you should not be getting mad at
I do that if I like the villain. But like, honestly, if you really think about it, if his dad wasn't such a dick to him, he wouldn't be like this.
Apparently that got the girls heated. So apparently they would be fighting you. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. Yeah, a lot of people infantilize.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Remember the whole Jungkook pacifier era?
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking of when you said treating them like they can't do anything.
Y'all got a place in hell and a place in jail for that era. I did not. Sometimes you got to remove yourself from the fandom and just look from the outside in and be like, I don't know what they're doing either. I do not know what they're doing either. All right, guys. So I think it's fair if we just jump into the mat and patatas of what is a hot topic this evening. And I do want to say I am humiliated right now because this was a topic that I promised all of us. I promised myself. I promised you that we would, never talk about this again. It was dried out. It was retired. It was dusted, busted, crusted. But then the girlies in Paris had to take out their iPhones and heck ensued. So, of course, everyone, I am talking about the fact that this week we had a little, y'all, it was retired and I have to unretire her. How embarrassed am I? Let me see if I have the thing. All right, we're unretiring them. We have another Jennie and V from BTS update, which...
Why does he look angry in that picture?
I don't know. Ask all Kpop.
He looks like he's about to punch whoever is taking that picture.
Probably, truly. He's ready. You know what? That tracks, because what in the world? All right, y'all. So, as for a little recapination, last year, Haribo Gummy Bear, a menace to society, a hacker leaker menace to society. It was... It literally, Haribo set themselves up because it looks exactly like, yeah, honestly. They took the world by storm by randomly releasing these pictures of private picture, what were private pictures. To this day, I don't know if they really hacked their phone or Instagram, so that's why I choose not to show them. And they, for some reason, sprinkled it in that Kai and Lucas picture.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they were onto something this whole entire time. They're like, Lucas is coming back. They are dating. Like, this is honestly new Dispatch. Just saying. Dispatch didn't do anything this year. Who would they even expose?
That's so true. No, that's so true, because I feel like, not for nothing, although a lot of armies say, and a lot of people in general say that Dispatch, Hybe/BTS has Dispatch in their pocket, so they'll never expose a BTS member.
Which is like... No. You know how much money you get if you just expose them?
Army, I swear this is a safe space. Please.
Do it. Please. Do it.
Army, I love you. Borahay.
It's not like they're going to say anything bad. It's just like, oh, they're dating. And it's up to the fans to take it. I'm all for them dating. If the fans take it badly, that's on them.
But
it's not my fault.
Jazz, and the thing is, I'm not even gonna say that this is exclusively Army or exclusively Blinks, because y'all both crazy.
Oh, no,
yeah, I feel like there's like all fandoms with, even if it's just a small subset of fans that when they find out that their favorite's dating, they'll be weirdos about it. They'll be giving crack cocaine, parasocialism. So that being said, we have more updates, more news about Jennie, Ruby Jane, and V from BTS. This week, a French journalist named Amar Toilet, thank you. Sorry, I butchered that.
It sounded like you said toilet.
It's toilet. Toilet. Posted to his damn TikTok. This man said, I don't care. Come for me if you want to. Posted a TikTok of what is perceived to be V from BTS and Jennie, Ruby Jane herself, walking around the Paris streets. I'm gonna show it because, like I said, Mans has it just up on his tweak. So arrest him, okay? Not me. Arrest him. So there we see them hand in hand, which is so fucking cute. Like, above all else, this is fucking cute. Why am I cussing? This is freaking. Oh my god! Why am I just cussing? This is so freaking cute. I think it's adorable. I almost was like, I don't want to do this story because I feel like anyone who's well-adjusted will just either not care, well-adjusted will either not care or just find this so sweet and cute. And even like you said, like, I don't know, maybe it's because we're on our grown, but this was like not like shocking news at all. It was just like, okay, yeah, because I feel like, I don't know, like, I don't want to say you're delusional if you thought those pics were fake and Photoshop, because they were obtained in a not so great way. So even if it's just you ignoring those pictures that leaked last year as like a, like, you know, trying to keep their privacy or whatever, you know, I just feel like it was pretty clear that those are real. They were pretty damning or whatever. So yeah, Miss Man or person uploaded these pictures, and it's interesting because it's almost as if like they're just strolling the streets of Paris, and both of them are extremely famous. So I don't know if they're like, this is enough to hide, or they really just don't care at this point, because it's like, well, all those pictures leaked last year. The companies basically didn't say anything, and it was like fine. They went on, lived, like, you know, Jennie's gonna be in a weekend movie. You know, V's the ambassador of Celine Dion or whatever. So it's just like, it's fine. Like nothing like really bad happened. That being said, you know, of course, this kind of drove a lot of people crazy because, like I mentioned, there are a lot of people who, you know, will die on the hill that those pictures that leaked last year were Photoshop. And so they were saying, oh, we don't even know if that's V. We don't even know that's Jennie. But then somebody was like, blood out. How you like me now? On my pinky, I got never 300,000.
Okay, I was also like that, though. Yeah. It's like, I didn't even know. Because, like, you couldn't see anything in that video,
yeah,
to be honest.
That's true. Yeah, which is, you know, that was valid. So a lot of people did show that this picture of V with, I think the other guy behind him is his manager.
That V.
And that's, I think looking at that bedazzled jacket, that's V. Like, no, I'm sorry.
You can't really see his eyes that well.
These are V fashions. It kind of does look like jeans.
P.
This is, that's H.
I don't even know. That's W.
Okay, Jasmine out here fighting for the Jen Leasers and the Tay Cookers. Yes, we need Tay Cook.
Jen Leaser. I like how not being pro them is now on Jen Leaser.
Yes, Tay Cook representation.
My actually, what's another one? Tay.
I don't even know.
You know,
ooh, okay. A little avant-garde. We love to see it. But yeah, so, you know, this was like, everyone was like, okay, yeah, it's like we can't, like, for the people who are denying it, you can't deny it, but then it's still kind of up in limbo because it's not like their companies are saying, hey girls, they're dating girls. And then apparently a media outlet, Sports Soul, reached out to Hybe and YG Entertainment, who both gave like a non-response and said it's difficult to check at this on this matter at this time.
It's just like so weird because it seems like you could just be like, hey, you guys dating? Like, just text them. And they can be like, yeah. And then that would be it. Like, what do you mean it's difficult?
I definitely...
Do you not have managers around them?
I definitely think YG was like, Miss Jennie, so there's some pictures circulating around. She's like, get the... Girl, I told you not to come around here, and slammed the door. And then called The Weeknd and Lily Rose Depp and was like, girl, that YG man, he tried to step to me. I know, ew. And then V was just like, huh? And Bong PD was like, huh? And then they just ended the conversation there. I think that they're just like, we don't want to tell these grown-ass people, like, ask them if they're dating. Because I think it's like one of those things where it's very obvious. Like, it's like the G-Dragon and Kiko thing. It's so obvious, but it's like, what? No, you know what I think it is? I think it is, like, you can report on this, right, if you're a media outlet, but until it's, like, confirmed, you really can't do much with it unless, you know, there's something like this case where there's more evidence or they're caught, like, blah, blah. So I feel like what they're doing is that, because, you know, like, when two people are confirmed dating and then you start seeing, like, those weird article titles, like, Jennie bears all in new Calvin Klein ad. I wonder what her boyfriend V thinks. Or like Jennie's V, you know, struts out on new Celine walkway. You know, blah, blah. Like, I feel like you'll get those weird articles, like when it's confirmed that constantly associate. So I feel like that's what maybe they're trying.
That makes it more understanding because I'm just like, just not saying anything doesn't mean, like, that's just weird to me. Just say they're dating.
Yeah.
But I can understand, like, not wanting to just, like,
have
them tied together
for
life. Like how it was with, like, Jennie with, Guy.
Oh, yeah, that was
like,
the thing.
They were, like, dating for, like, 2 nanoseconds, and then everybody was like, oh, my gosh,
wow.
Jen Kai, oh, my gosh. And I was just like, what is going on? They literally went on probably one date, and y'all ruined it.
Right.
See, this could have been Jen Kai. They're like, what do we get?
Not Jazz. You're out here for the Jen Leasers,
like
the Tay Cookers, the Jen Kyers. You are really...
I'm a Jen Kyer, actually. That's what we're coming to.
you really got. Who would have thought? 2023. Jasmine's the defender of the shippers. Listen,
be there,
that's true.
Someone's got to help them.
That's true. That's true. But do you think, that being said, because obviously they're playing really, really hush, and they don't have to say it, you know, whatever. It's not going to change anyone's life whether they confirm it or not, and I think it's pretty obvious by now. But I was thinking about how, like, you know, when Don and Hyuna came out as a couple, confirmed it, and just were living their good, sweet couple life, that was low-key revolutionary. Like, I feel like it really was like, not to say like there hasn't been many idols that were at least that open that fall. Like I know like Joy and Crush and stuff like that, but I feel like it did help kind of push forward that weird stigma of dating. So I was just thinking if they were to confirm it and then kind of just be in their beat, like, yeah, we're dating, we're gonna go out, if you have a problem, you know, maybe you can purchase a life at Walmart or something like that because you clearly don't have one.
Well, Walmart's not gonna help.
No, that's true. Whole Foods. Maybe Whole Foods has a life section. But do you think we'll ever see them just like confirm it and be like, yeah, bitch, and what about it? And actively be coupley, like, okay.
I think Hybe maybe. YG, have they ever? No, but like, have they ever said anything? Even when people were dating for a while.
That's true. That's true. If you're dating a YG person as an idol, just mum's the word. Because YG hasn't confirmed it. I think the only time they confirmed it was when Taeyong was dating Minhyun, I think her name is. And they were damn near married. The actress. Oh. He is married with a baby.
I'm thinking Taeyong. Like.
Oh, Taeyong.
From NCT. And I was like, when did he get married?
Chen was like, listen, this is what you got to do. If you want to keep
and surprise everyone, honestly. Like, it's going to be confusing, but it'll be worth it.
Chen Sing, yes. Chen Sing machine. All right, jumping into chat. We have Andy saying, it is adorable. I like imagine walking with your significant other at night in pair. Exactly.
That's I will say, though, that's lovely, but they seemed like they were walking, but then they had like a whole entourage that was like 5 steps behind them.
Yeah, I think that's what some people noted, and they were like, yeah, for the people who are naysayers, they're like, you can literally see their managers and I guess like well-known managers behind them, so it's kind of like hard to deny.
Kind of takes away the romance.
Yeah, that's true.
you got your little like manager, his manager, probably other people. Like it looked like more than 2 people behind them, so it's kind of like, how do you enjoy that?
I guess you tune it out. Somebody was like, their manager should just date so it can be like a double date, and I said, oh, no. Is this kindergarten? Like what?
I'm just imagining Jennie just being like, hey, so I'm about to go on a date with him. He's bringing his manager. I gotta bring you. Wear something nice. He says his manager likes jasmine flower scent, so maybe put something on like that. I don't know. Like figure it out.
Bring some champagne. I don't know what you like. Just make it happen. That'd be so funny. That'd be that sounds like a movie plot, honestly. Let's see. Oh, also hello everyone joining. Hello Jumping Boa. Let's see. Andre says, at this point, I'm here for Venny or JV if they're dating or not. Like, everyone's big age in the year of 20. I know. Why is it a big deal? Oppa and Uni do. Yeah, specifically for these idols, Jennie and V being, like, in the industry for, like, years. Like, girl, if you... Jennie had... And, like, not in a slut-shamey way. Jennie been had boyfriends. Like, if you don't think... Like, for the delusional Jennie stands, if you don't think she's finna, like, date delusional... And I think for... delusional army that are delusional. I'm not saying that army are delusional inherently. I'm saying army that are delusional. I think it's maybe a bit harder for them because most of the boys have had such a squeaky clean, unless I guess you're really in the stalker, like you're like really in the trenches of the forums. I'm sure there's like rumors here and there, but really squeaky clean dating histories thus far. So I feel like maybe they're like, you know, but like also get a grip, you know? Andy says, I saw someone compare 2 pics of the same manager, but one with a mask on, saying they weren't the same person when they obviously are. I know therapy isn't free. However, please try to find something if you're one of these people. Please. Gosh, that's so crazy. Teddy A says, Jennie and V are doing the B and Jay-Z 2003 dating thing. Always around one another, doing couple things, but never a minute.
What? Sorry, wasn't there a relationship like she was like young?
Yeah, I was gonna say he probably was like, Mom, let's I'm on to see my husband. Have you seen that TikTok?
No.
I'm on to see it's like Beyonce after a concert and she's like, I'm ready on to see my husband or something, and somebody like remixed it when it's like, I'm about to see my husband. It was cute. Andy says, even when Taeyong and Min Hyo-rin were gonna get married, didn't YG say something like IDK man, but if it's true, congrats. Not Schrodinger's relationship. He said, if they are, congrats. If they aren't, congrats. Who knows?
At that point, then you might as well just say, yeah, they're getting married. Why? Why deny it?
It's a mess.
Or not even deny it. Just why? Just be like, I don't know. You tell me. Are they getting married?
Anyway.
He's like at the wedding. Like, I don't know. Are they? They told me to show up here.
He's officiating.
They said chicken or salmon, and I said chicken, and then here I am eating chicken, watching them get married. He's like, I mean, are they getting married?
He's like, aren't I supposed to be in jail? I don't know.
Honestly.
Yeah, so this is interesting because I don't know if this was like 18 years ago, not 18 years ago, like 2016, maybe I'd be a little bit gagged, but I think for one, we already got the tea last year, and then for two, it's clearly like they're grown people. Like what are we really supposed to say when it comes to this? So yeah, I don't know, interesting, but I still think it's very, very cute. Jazz, do you have any more on the Venny couple that you want to share, your hopes or dreams? Maybe advocate for more ships?
Like who? Oh, you know what? I advocate for Jimin and I forgot her name.
Lisa?
No. From Twice.
Chewie?
No.
Who?
The ones that are enemies.
Oh.
The ones that need to be.
Oh, Jungyeon.
Frenemies.
Oh my god.
I need that. I advocate for that.
That would honestly be the gag of the century. That'd be really funny.
That'd be lovely.
That's funny. But it's funny though, because now that Tae-Cook is dead in the water, what is the other one? Jimin Cook?
V-Min? Oh wait.
Cookman?
V-Min?
Oh, V-Min is dead in the water too. Cook. Well, V-Min's dead in the water. Anything involving V is dead in the water. So whatever Jimin and Jungkook that ship is.
V-Ho?
I mean, I guess it is.
Hope-V? What would their name be?
I don't even know.
Sugar.
I think they use Min for most of his.
Oh, V-Min. Wait, that wouldn't work for... I thought that Min was Jimin. So wouldn't V-Min...
Vingy.
Ew.
How dare you?
Vigi.
That was from the bottom of my heart. Vigi. Vegan. Vegan.
Ooh.
Vegan sliders.
I like how it's sliders.
It's from an SNL skit. Gidle, hello, welcome to the Sleepy Idol.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all, that's that on that, and that's that on this. So I am everyone shut up. I am officially retiring this.
They'll be back.
How dare you?
This is like the ending of a Marvel movie.
How dare you?
Venny will be back.
How dare you? This will never come. The only time I will talk, no, because I will say, I'll put my foot down. The next time I'll only talk about this is
when they're getting married.
Yes, when their child is on a play date with Chen's child. Chen's child's finna run things.
I was gonna say, you mean when Chen's child is babysitting their kid?
It is not that far apart.
Well, unless she's having a baby right now.
Oh, that's true. Oh my god, we sound like Vanessa Lachey right now. Let's move on before the Love Is Blind subreddit tears us a new ass. Oh yeah, he does have children. Chen's children finna be the kingpins of K-pop. Like, they're gonna literally run. I'm so happy for Chen. He really ate with that one. All right, y'all, moving on. All right, so the next story was very interessante because I was like, it kind of came and went. Like, the whole thing happened within, I guess, this week. So I didn't really get to sit with what was going on I guess, like, as it was happening. But I did think there was a lot of, like, interesting, I guess, discussions related to it. And of course, I have to be talking about the fact that this week, Bangchan from Stray Kids got into, I don't even know what you would say this was, because I feel like, and I'll talk about this more later, but I feel like one of the reasons why this was so controversial, or I thought it was so weird that this was so controversial, is that, like, the way his original statement was, like, fairly harmless. So I kind of felt bad for him. But anyway, for the tea, for the background. So on May 1st, Bangchan from Stray Kids, he held his weekly, he does a live stream on the Stray Kids channel called Chan's Room. And so he did his weekly live stream on May 14th. And while he was, like, kind of talking to fans, you know, shooting the shit, he was asked about his experience at Music Bank Paris that was held, I think, previously. So he's, like, saying, like, you know, normal stuff about how he liked it. But then he kind of goes on this side, I don't want to say rant because that sounds negative, but this kind of side point where he kind of talks about some weird kind of situation that he's been experiencing with some of his hubeis, specifically at this event. So let's tune in and listen.
I don't know if it's, I don't know, I might sound like a boomer. I think, you know, because generations are different, and I know that as well. But, like, I feel like it's come to the point where greeting someone is not considered as basic manners. Like I'm not saying, like, I'm not cussing people out or anything. It's just that I feel like I'm thinking too much about it, because, you know, if you see someone walk by, and then, you know, you say hi, you go, oh, 안녕하세요, but then if they don't reply back, you know, it'd be like, what? Okay, but I feel like it's come to the point where this generation is allowed to do that, just not care, if that's right. But yeah, no, because I guess there were a few scenarios where that would happen, but at first I was like, okay, I was like, okay, but then the more I thought about it, I was like, okay, maybe I'm just over exaggerating, maybe just I'm thinking too much about it, maybe I'm just a boomer. So I was like, yeah, I mean, I guess it could happen. But then for me, in my perspective, I was like, okay, well, I mean, whoever it is, I'm just gonna say hi the best I can, because I'm here to have fun and greet the people that I like and respect. So I think that was the whole vibe. That was one of the things I remembered from Music Bank in Paris. But yeah, I mean, it's I don't know.
All right, so you know, he expressed this, and then I didn't have the clip in here, so I'll just read the next video played, lol. I didn't have the clip, but he then goes on, I guess, like, fans in the chat were probing him to, like, actually spill the beans, as in who exactly wasn't bowing to him, who was ignoring his greeting. And so he says, IDK, what do you guys think? I'm not gonna say names, haha, but yeah, there are people out there, but I mean, it's the different generation. I just have to live with it, right? All good. Then he continues, but yeah, everyone else I was close to, the people that I know, the people I share times with, they are all fine. Guess some people that I don't know, guess they were kind of like that, but maybe that could be the reason why, because there are, like, no connections, so maybe they could have been shy, they could have been nervous, so maybe that could be the reasons why it happened. Anyway, Music Bank in Paris was very, very nice. All right, so let's play a little game. After he said this, Jazz, you know, he took the measure to name no names. He even listed some reasons why the bowing, the greeting, the reciprocating his greeting did not get reciprocated, did not happen. What do you think happened?
Well, I mean, I already...
Okay, we'll chat for anyone who doesn't know. All right.
But I just Googled who was at this event to see, like, who's younger than the group.
Listen, look at you.
Like 90% of them
Modern,
except for Mamamoo.
Who's there? Because I actually didn't look it up. I mean, I know the one group that was there that got a lot of the brunt of the accusation, but who else was there?
It was in Hypen, AB6. I don't know if that's how you say it. With Daehui, Mamamoo, the boys, IVE, and NMIX. And I honestly feel like all of them except for Mamamoo are probably
a younger group than him. I think so. Yeah.
Maybe not AB6 or the boys. They might be around the same time.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's what people did. People did exactly just that. And they basically they hacked the mainframe, enhance, looked at who was at Music Bank Paris, and from that, you know, took it upon themselves to choose who they think would have been the one who would have been not returning their vows and stuff like that. And, you know, somehow everyone landed on IVE being one of the main contenders of possibly.
I feel like I've heard that they've already had controversy with that.
The thing is, though, okay, I'm about to be an IVE Lita. So I don't really pay attention to that. I'll be honest. I do see, though, the random TikTok compilations of like IVE not bowing, not greeting, but I feel like it's always tinged with like, I can't take it too seriously because it's always tinged with this like sprinkle of like, and that's why Wonyoung is a bitch. Like, it's always like from somebody that like already kind of hates them or already has this.
Both sides. They're like, this is why Wonyoung is the way she is, or whatever. The poor Wonyoung. Like, I feel like all these YouTube shorts are very.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like, you don't see everything.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and so yeah, I think, and in general, I feel like, you know, it was just like really, I don't know, messy. Like people are gonna go on the winch front. People are gonna do the cross referencing, and I do think that he was like not trying to start like shit. Like I think he was just trying to like express something that he truly, you know, felt or whatever. But like knowing the way that netizens and people online and fans work, like you saying I'm not going to name names does not mean that people aren't going to find names for themselves. And one of the things I thought was interesting is that this was very reminiscent. So-ons come forward when in 2017 Hyoyeon from Girls' Generation kind of got into some heat when she posted, I think it was on her Instagram, that EXO, Girls' Generation was promoting at the time, I guess it was Holiday, and she posted on she posted on Instagram that EXO was the only junior group that came to greet them and give their CD, and so everyone was like, oh, so everyone else there who was there that day is rude and blah, blah. And it was interesting because a lot of people, you know, I would say like fans of Hyoyeon and Girls' Generation and people, I guess, just that were in general thought that was rude, were coming for the Hubei groups and being like, who did this? Like, blah, blah. But actually, a lot of people were critical of Hyoyeon, saying that, well, what was the point of you posting something like this? To get your younger groups like publicly dragged, to get them now a lot of hate? Like, that's not very Sunbae of you or whatever, to put them in harm's way. And ultimately, I don't know if you would say she apologized, but she was just like, I was just trying to point out that, like, you know, EXO took the time to come out and give the CD and stuff like that. I necessarily wasn't trying to drag anyone else, but I guess a lot of people weren't buying it. They were like, well, specifying that EXO was the only group that did it seemed like you were trying to get other people dragged. So I thought it was interesting because from what I saw, this kind of went the same route, where after people were hunting down and saying that it was IVE or whoever and IVE is rude and they need to apologize, there are also people saying that Bang Chan was being reckless by saying this, because even though, you know, he didn't say, okay, and then Wonyoung and Liz, they were out of control. Like, the fact that you narrowed it down to a certain performance, people were, now all those people are on the chopping block, because, you know, we know it went down in Music Bank Paris, and we know it was a group that was younger than you, so that leaves like a very limited group, and then people are going to do their own process of elimination. So it's interesting to see both, you know, people being like, well, whoever group was needs to be better and their fans need to shut the hell up, but also people being like, hey, Bang Chan, that was not very Sunbae of you, that was not very clean of you, or whatever. Not clean, but like smart of you to do, even if you weren't trying to name people. So eventually this all culminates to the fact that on May 17th, Bangtan took to his Instagram to apologize and clarified that the idol group that was being mentioned in being speculated against online was actually not one of the artists he was referring to. So he actually wrote this in English, and he says, "Hello, this is Bangtan from Stray Kids. I apologize for the offense caused by the comments I made during a recent live broadcast. I thought about the impact of my words and behaviors can have on others and have deeply reflected on myself. I would like to mention that it is not my intention to specify a certain artist and that my comments had nothing to do with the artist being mentioned currently. I would like to express my deepest apologies to the artist who has been hurt by my careless words. I sincerely apologize. I'll be more cautious of what I say in order to ensure that it does not happen again. Once again, I sincerely apologize." All right, so bada boom, we have the story. I have some discussion questions. Everyone take out your notes in your papers and your pencils. All right, so one, I already mentioned, the major argument here was that Bangtan was in the wrong for talking about it, because even if he wasn't 100% malicious with it, like he seemed pretty tame, and he wasn't specific about who it was, being so specific about the event resulted in people attempting to pinpoint the culprit. So do you think that Bangtan was in the wrong for talking about this?
No.
Dang! Okay, stay. Hey, stay with me. Nice. Listen to my word.
That is a moment.
Stay. All right. Plead your case, Jazz.
Plead my case?
Just say
this
why.
Is not wrong.
You think he wasn't wrong to call them out? Or you
didn't call out anyone.
Do you think it wasn't... Okay, so it's not wrong that he doesn't have to apologize, or do you think people saying that he was careless doing it, they are just being too sensitive?
Like, I guess he could have just been like, these days people don't do this. But honestly, I don't know. It's like if he experienced that at this particular thing and he finds it like odd. I mean, you asked him how he thought about it, and that's how he felt. If your faves don't bow, it's not his fault. I'm just saying. And you don't even know if it's your fave.
That's true.
So that's like, at the end of the day, like, it's like, stop trying to speculate. Just realize that, oh, I guess this is a change in how things are happening in, like, culture, rather than, like, making it a negative thing. I know there's going to be people that make it negative, but, like, I feel like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's the problem, right? It's one of those things where people will take and run with people's words, like fans and stuff, instead of just taking it as it was. Like, if he didn't name names, that means like he's not interested in really calling anyone out per se. He's just kind of saying the situation. But then it was the people who took this information. They're like, nah, somebody has to be the villain in this. Somebody has to get dragged. So we're going to now scour through and pinpoint who do you think it is or whatever. And, you know, in the light that he wasn't being paid off by Starship, y'all guessed, harassed people, and were wrong. So, like, you literally took his words in a way he didn't want you to take it, and then you were wrong about it and ended up harassing and, like, making trouble for somebody who he claims is not even the actual culprit. So it's just like, what was the reason? But I will say... I don't know, because again, listening to him say this, he was so unmalicious, and it makes me really sad, because I do think it was like, I don't think he needed to apologize, but I also didn't think he needed to say it. And here's the reason why. Hey, Stays, hey. Because I think him with his fans and it just being insular like that, obviously, like, it's a tea, it's a kiki and stuff like that, but I think, one, they're always gonna try to defend you, so even though you don't really care about it, fans just don't have that same capacity to let something just cook, so they're gonna target. And I think also it's just like, I don't know, like, if you had a problem with it, I feel like the best course of action, and this is gonna make me sound like a freaking brown noser, but I don't care, is like, you are like the Sunbae group of like a pretty big group that's part of a big company. Tell your manager to tell the manager of the other people to get it the F together and come greet you. No, because for real, because the thing is, if you really have a problem with it, what is telling us gonna do except get them dragged? And if that's,
he doesn't have that much of a problem to make them change.
Exactly.
And I feel like he made it clear that he doesn't want to change. He's just saying it's
I guess
weird.
that's true.
So
that's true.
Like, it's weird to just be like, tell your manager.
I mean, but if he
tell
truly
this manager to tell their people.
If it was true, okay, that's fair. I think this is a bad case for Felix. This is more like in the Hyoyeon case, if she was being more malicious or whatever. But I think, again, like, I think this is more just a argument of saying it publicly. Like, I feel like, not that you have to know your fans well enough to like know that they would try stuff, and the internet, but it's like, you're not a new idol, you know how things work, you know how rumors spread and stuff like that. So I feel like no matter how softly you delivered the message, it was always bound to turn bad, because you always have people on the internet that do too much. So that was kind of my thing. But yeah, I guess this is not a good case to say it to him in particular, because he wasn't, which is so funny, because it's like he was so not malicious about it, and then this is what happens. So again, it's like one of those things where you can't control your fans.
I was reading somewhere that he has already said something like this similarly. So like maybe he was just like following up on my last thing that I said before, where people don't bow down or whatever. I don't know what he expects, but like the fact that he has a problem with like how people greet each other, or not even a problem, just like he feels disjointed from how things are happening now. Maybe he was just like, yeah, it's still that I still struggle with that here. And then it came out as people being like, well, we gotta find, like, now we've narrowed it down.
Yeah.
Now we can actually find someone. And I don't think maybe he just didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I just already had this problem. You guys know I have this thing.
Yeah, I think it was, you can just chalk it up to being too naive, that people were gonna just like leave it at that. Again, because I feel like a lot of fans are protective, and if he's mentioned it before, I don't know if he's mentioned, like, in this case they have a actual event and they have now culprits. So yeah, that kind of sucks. I'm gonna jump into the chat because I noticed a lot of people are chatting and I've been missing it. Fanny says it really was fans who went on a witch hunt. Andre says if he didn't name names, then we are all sleuthing for somebody to blame. How do we factually know it was IVE? How do we know it wasn't any other groups besides Mamamoo? Like, why IVE? Well, I think it's kind of like there's this reputation, and I feel like I don't even know like the full story of it, because it's like, you know, when you're getting TikTok evidence, people can cut things any which way to make people look so like bad. But I guess according to TikTok or like YouTube Shorts or whatever, has like a history of people thinking that they're rude for not bowing to their seniors. You know, for some of them though, I've seen debunks of people being like, well, this is what was happening, they didn't see it, blah blah. So who knows the actual story. I've never seen them called out on like a mainstream, like in a news article or anything like that. That's not like Korea Boo, like an actual news article. It's always just been TikTok evidence. So I don't know how serious that reputation is. But I don't know. I guess it's just easier to just come for them because there's already kind of that like built-in reputation or whatever.
Which sucks for them.
Yeah. Andy says it sucks when you have an idol trying to be sincere or honest about something, but with how ruthless the K-pop community is, people will take it and run with it. So true.
Yeah. Run with it and keep running.
Run away.
Run past the target. They're just like, whatever. You gotta keep it going. He's sad. He's depressed.
We have to save him.
You didn't say that.
Yeah, I know, right? They just start sprinkling in a little something. Andre says, why not blame the person who asked about Music Bank in PS? They started asking the question. Why not blame the fans for even showing up to the live? How dare y'all? No.
Exactly.
Yeah. and it sucks. I think kind of going back to what Andy said, it's like, you know, he gave the like very cultural, like it was fun, we did this, that I answer. But then, you know, he was like, you know, in a moment of vulnerability, let me actually say what's on my mind. And then it turned out poorly. So it's just like, he'll be like, well, I'm never speaking again. Bye.
I hope not.
Yeah, that would
just
suck.
don't talk about that. Talk about something else. Talk about how everyone is cool in this new generation.
And popular and fun. And talented, yeah.
When Wanya came up to me and gave me flowers, I mean, like, it was unprecedented. I don't know where that came from. Liz, she serenaded me. I honestly was not seeing it coming. Like, amazing. That's how you fix it, you know?
Be like, I've gave me their credit card and said, spend away, baby. Spend away.
How about a house? Blink an eye. Like, what?
Very iconic of them. V, welcome V to the bar tonight. V says, that dude was just having fun on live. I really like watching his lives. He seems relatable. I'm super pissed when I heard JYP made him apologize. Ooh, so it was a JYP thing. Yeah, I will say I don't think he needed to apologize.
Yeah.
Like, it just seemed like, because again, he wasn't the one who was being malicious. So it just sucks because you just have to like cross your T's and dot your I's because people are just weird.
Yeah.
Anthony Dixon says, what's up, Anthony? Says, I've has become such a punching bag at this point, and you would think after Moon. Oh, well, yeah, I feel like it's just, we've seen this happen a lot, right? With popular it girls. I don't know if there was anyone in between, but I remember this was like Blackpink, like a couple years ago. Like, it was just
I was gonna say all three. Well, not all three. There's more than three popular groups, but I feel like aespa, IVE, and there's the other one. I don't just forget it. Who's another popular group right now? Oh, New Jeans.
Mm-hmm.
They all get dragged.
Yeah.
Like, a lot. And it's like, what the heck? Like, Giselle and aespa, she literally just breathes. And they're like, wow, nepotism. Do we have proof that she is nepotized or whatever?
You are nepotized. I deem you nepotized.
Nobody knows. And the New Jeans, like, it's just, yeah.
I mean,
it's just how it is when you're popular, and it kind of sucks.
I wish we could talk more openly about jealousy and people being jealous, because ultimately that's what a lot of this hate is. But I think the funny thing about jealousy is that, like, when you're jealous, it's such a weird emotion because you'll be jealous, but you will never admit it because it's so embarrassing to admit that you're jealous of somebody that you're projecting so much hate on.
Jealous of that? That thing over there? No, possible.
Yeah, but I feel
Better
like,
than that.
yeah, I feel like if we maybe were more open and had this conversation, you wouldn't have so many people just being so willing to lash out and just be so nasty to these people that they're essentially jealous of. I'm sorry, that's what it is. Andy says, a good chunk of the people do have something against Wanyang or IVE in general. Plus, they do have a history of greeting controversies, which is just like, again, like, they might be legit, but I'm just like, it's like when you see the greeting controversy compilation and then you go on the person's TikTok and then you see alongside that why I have to just disband this second and they're flop food. Like, it's hard to take it seriously. Like, I'm sure some of them were bad or whatever, but and again, I don't know any of these people. Let's do that right now. But it just is really hard for me to believe that it would be malicious. Like, we literally think we're the best things since sliced bread, so we're gonna actively like ignore all these seniors because we're just so better than them. Because first of all, the members that are not Wonyoung and Yoonjin, why would they even like act like that? Like, you have nothing to stand. You're literally, you just debuted, like, right? It's like, even if you're winning all these rookie awards, and no offense, but a lot of people will chalk that up to you having two already popular members. So where would that ego even come from? Not to mention that they're all literally minors. Like, there's not a single adult in that. Well, technically, there's not a single non-teenager in that group. Like, but then with Wanyang and Yoojin, obviously don't know these people. So let me keep saying that. But I think with Wanyang specifically, she has been dragged since she was on, like, in the public eye. Do you think she's really like, oh, I got dragged for doing nothing, so let me actually be malicious now so I can, like, have a reason to get, like, again, who knows, because she's very popular, maybe she has developed an ego and stuff like that. But I feel like another thing is that, like, people always criticize her on is that she's very like procured, I guess you would say. Like, you can tell she kind of like dots her eyes, like, you know, she's very and I feel like that gets developed as, like, I got dragged, so I have to make sure I'm perfect 24/7. So why would she, you know, manage herself in a way, like, you know, present herself in a way and then all of a sudden be like, but I'm gonna just be a rude as F to every single senior. I'm gonna literally procure my image in every single other facet, but when it comes to bowing to the seniors, I'm just so nasty that I'm literally going to ignore them. Like, I don't know, it seems silly, but again, I don't know these people because I would have never guessed that thing that happened with Irene would have happened with Irene. So, you know, I know you don't know people, but yeah, it's just a mess. Yeah, it is like a cultural thing where people don't like younger people disrespecting seniors. Yeah, and I know a lot of people are like, don't talk about it unless you understand it or like you're part of that culture. And I'm like, I don't think what he was like talking about was unreasonable. I don't know, people are making out to see a lot more malicious than it was, because he just did not seem malicious at all. Anthony says, I know he talked about light some greeting at KCON. I wasn't even at KCON, so I don't know how fans came to that conclusion. Was that like another instance? Oh, I didn't. Huh?
There was another KCON? There's a KCON?
I guess there was another thingy, but I guess Anthony says here, I didn't bow at KCON when they weren't at KCON in the first place. Wait, so people are accusing them of not bowing at an event they didn't even attend?
Interesting.
They're like, bow, or I didn't fly out to KCON in their pajamas so they can then bow even though they weren't performing. But yeah, I've seen Espa and Ive get dragged a lot on Twitter. Yeah. A mess. Teddy says it's
for existing.
Yeah, exactly. It's so insidious and so sad. And the thing is, maybe I don't pay enough attention to boy groups. I'm sure they get dragged too, but it's just like seeing like the way it's happened with girl groups throughout the years. It's just like, y'all are really delusional. Like, yeah, seeing like people just trying to hate Karina. Yeah, it's really weird too. Like Ning Ning and Giselle definitely get it in a very horrible way, but like also people are just trying to be like, well, Karina's plastic anyway. It's like, who even asked you? Like, what?
Which is like, what?
What do you mean? Like, it's just like you're sitting there eating like a sandwich and they're like, Karina had plastic surgery. It's like, are you, do you need, do you have someone that can help you at all?
Half the K-pop population has gotten plastic surgery. What are we going to do about that? We can't.
It's hater vibes.
Like, hate everyone that had plastic surgery.
They're like, we'll try.
We'll do it. We're starting a revolution.
Yeah. But yeah, New Jeans, they released that Coke Zero song or whatever, which wasn't, I guess, a real comeback. But I think I remember seeing that there was like a picture of them or a video of them filming their newest video somewhere. So
I think I remember that. Also, Danielle released the
Part of Your World.
Yeah, I was gonna say Under the Sea. I was like, that is not it.
Imagine
what she sings.
Bare Necessities. She just switched it up completely.
Imagine completely different movie. What in the world?
Yeah. All right, y'all. So that was it. Sad that he had to apologize. Yeah. I think I already kind of asked all the discussion questions. So let's move on. All right, for the last topic, we have a Jin exclusive. So this scared me a lot because I was really confused as to what happened. So the first headline I read was Nurse gives BTS Jin unauthorized vaccine in military, sparking controversy. So I don't even know what this means. So as you guys know, Jin is in the military right now, and so apparently there was, I don't even know, there was a executive that was suspected of leaking drugs. This is really scary. Okay, so essentially, and the way that they made it seem, I was like, are they trying to imply this person was an anti-fan or something? Like, was specifically trying to target him or something?
That's extreme.
I don't know, because I didn't get it. Okay, so I'm reading this directly from LOL. This is called Clout News, which is funny.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, should I post this link? Because what does that mean?
Yeah, kind of scary. But let me just pull it up in the background so we have like it as a reference. because a lot of people were likening it to the Yuno situation where that crazy anti-fan gave him glue in a bottle.
TVXQ, like the things. I remember somebody threw rocks at Max Chungmin, and I was like, how, what, how, and why?
It's like, how can
at the airport? Why?
How does TVXQ incite the level of rage that makes you want to throw things and poison them with glue?
It's funny because it's like it seems like they don't even hate them. It's like they love them, but they want to hurt them.
I'm scared. That's scared. Literally, I'm scared. That's really scary. All right, so I'm literally gonna read this whole thing, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm a bad whatever this position that I'm doing right now is. All right, so according to Cloud News, according to Korean media, so there's information obtained that on the 18th it was obtained that Lieutenant A, which is a young nursing officer in her 20s from the 28th Division, left her assigned workplace without permission during working hours in mid-January. So that was another thing, that this happened a while ago, but I guess the actual trial or whatever was, I think, in March, and so like now they're obtaining information about it. So she left her workplace during working hours mid-January. She drove 30 minutes from her location in B City, Gyeonggi-do, to the 5th Division Recruit Training Center, where Jin was undergoing his military service. So it's been revealed that this Lieutenant A had a personal relationship with Mr. D, who was a nursing officer at this 5th Division Training Center, and they conspired in advance to approach Jin. So from around 1:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. on the same day, Lieutenant A administered the second dose of the vaccine against the epidemic. Oh my gosh. They administered the second dose of the vaccine against a specific type of fever that Jin at the medical office at this training center. Lieutenant A then returned to her assigned unit and described Jin's condition as being unwell. However, her actions of leaving her workplace without permission and administering the vaccine without popular authorization has raised concerns. So the executive department from the workplace without permission. The executive's departure from the workplace without permission is considered a violation of Article 7(9) of the Military Criminal Act, which can lead to imprisonment for up to a year. Moreover, Lieutenant A is also suspected of leaking a substantial quantity of Tylenol to the 5th Division Recruits Training Center, exacerbating the situation. Allegedly, Lieutenant A heard a conversation between Lieutenant D and another individual regarding a shortage of certain drugs at the 5th Division. She promised to provide a large quantity of Tylenol for the 28th Division and is suspected of leaking it to the outside. The revelation of the Lieutenant A's unauthorized departure has raised concerns about the military's integrity, as it appears she tried to cover up her actions by acting as if she had officially reported her absence. The incident was reported as a civil complaint, leading to a joint investigation conducted by the 28th Division, 5th Division, and the 5th Corps Military Police in March. Critics has emphasized the seriousness of an officer who is expected to uphold laws and regulations, leaving the workplace and acting inappropriately. There are causes. So wait, this seems more like fan behavior. Is that what I'm seeing? Like she was trying to give them Tylenol? Maybe I don't understand.
Or she's just a nurse that's just bad at her job.
Disband your job. Disband your contract with your job. Acting inappropriate. Also, yeah, being like I need to. It seems like they're very in particular of wanting to administer this vaccine thingy to Jin. So maybe them wanting to get close to Jin was kind of freaking weird. Let's see. All right, he assured that the legal department is investigating the matter. Some observers have expressed concern that the incident could undermine the reputation and credibility of a country still technically at war. The departure of the soldier from their assigned unit without permission during work hours, along with the leakage of the drugs, may be seen as vulnerability. It is important to note that BTS member Jin is currently working as an assistant at the 5th Division Recruit Training Center and is not directly implicated in the controversy surrounding the unauthorized vaccine administration and drug leakage. As the investigation continues, there's a growing demand for transparency. Okay. So I guess it's just that this girl like literally left to be the one to distribute this drug, and then also was trying to get like sent like whatever out the Tylenol. Yeah, okay, that's what I'm not getting with this particular article, I guess. Like, was this something he actually needed, or is it unauthorized because she wasn't authorized to give it to him? Let me see if Soompi has anything. It's really strange.
I assumed it was like you weren't supposed to give it out.
So she did go out of her way to give up something to Jin because it was Jin?
I don't know.
Let me see if r/Kpop has anything. This is very...
She seems like she was just into doing illegal things. So, like the fact that she's out here giving out Tylenol that she's not supposed to. I think she was just out here just doing whatever. Maybe she thought Jin was someone else. She was like, "Are you the guy? Where's the $50? Just put it underneath the...
Oh my god.
In the envelope.
A mess.
And he's like, "What?" She's like, "We'll do it later. Anyway, here's the vaccination."
Oh god. I hope she's not just going, haywire. Wait. I was wondering if you guys saw the art. Wait, at the end of the day. Oh, yeah. So, because it makes it seem like she was administering him like poison. The kind of people say they love somebody, but they'll do anything to be acknowledged.
Oh yeah.
And I heard her boyfriend. That's so weird. All right. Okay, this is where I was like, okay, because people are saying it's the... Hold on. Oopsies. All right, so... Okay, so these people are talking about the poison juice thingy. For me, it wasn't the answer. Oh, okay. More things on the thing. More things on the Sorry. I mean, this is an interesting discussion, but I'm specifically... I read things like this, and I'm gonna... Who would actually want to be famous? At what cost? Having to look over your shoulder all the time.
Yeah.
I guess maybe it was supposed to be what he got, but again, it wasn't supposed to be from her.
Yeah.
The fact that it's happened in January. Okay. Yeah, honestly, this person's right. There have been a lot of things specifically this year that were weird about BTS's privacy. Like Jungkook had to like scold fans for ordering freaking Chipotle to his doorstep for some reason, which is like scary because how the heck do they know where he lived?
Yeah, I would move immediately.
Yeah.
Like I'd move like twice in one day just so they get confused. I would not. I'm too paranoid for that.
Twice in one day.
What the heck?
Okay. So I guess it was something that he was supposed to get, but she wasn't the one who was authorized to give it. But she snuck into his unit to be able to give it to Jin because, yeah, it's giving sasaeng behavior. I think somebody... I guess because she had the hookup, that doctor who had worked... Which, somebody said that's her boyfriend.
What?
What in the world?
It was like, happy birthday. You get to give Jin a vaccination that you're not supposed to give.
Yeah. That's...
Wonderful birthday present.
Oh my gosh. Yikes. Because it said they conspired together to meet up with Jin. That's so insane. Oh my god. That's insane.
Well, I wonder how many like incidents like this happen.
Exactly.
And we just don't know.
I remember. Oh, okay. This person literally brought it up. The girlies, y'all hate G-Dragon, was always accusing him of trying to backflip out the army. But I remember reading from like his fans' posts that he was like constantly getting pictures leaked of himself and people like stalking him and stuff like that. So yeah, I feel like it's very weird to be famous and have to serve, which is why BTS shouldn't. No, just kidding.
I was gonna say, so you're for everyone, but then you ruined it by just saying BTS. Oh, there.
Okay.
Such an army.
All right. So it's actually the right vaccine, but she was a weirdo because she went out of her way to try to be the one to administer it to Jin. So she was a stalker. Very sad and weird behavior. That's very scary. I feel really bad for him. What the heck? Oh God, that's really it. Hey Leanne, we love a graduation girly pop. What's up? Best mod, best mod. Yeah, we just talking about some crazy stuff out here. I don't know. Do you remember any other because I feel like EXO had a lot. Any other like creepy, sausangy, weirdos?
Didn't someone go on someone's house?
Wait, who?
Was that TVXQ too?
Oh my gosh, please.
Was that Super Junior?
Spare them.
I swear somebody went to their house and like took pictures.
Oh my God, that's scary. I remember some person
someone threw their underwear.
Hopefully not. That's why Chen quit. This is why Chen quit, because y'all doing this out here.
Well, Chen didn't quit.
That's true. He didn't. That's why. Yeah.
Sungmin quit.
Yeah, he was over y'all.
Well, the group.
That's true. I think he.
And now he's doing Try.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Smart, his Try is popping. But yeah, like what in the world? It is not worth it for somebody. I remember somebody was like crawling in Luhan's hotel or something. Like remember like pictures from EXO in their hotel rooms would like leak every 2 nanoseconds because the girls were just I don't even know. I
feel like when I used to follow like the Schumann Tumblr pages, I used to be like, how did you guys get these videos? Like I'm watching them.
Oh my
God. What are we doing? What are we doing?
I'm sorry,
like they have like pictures of like him like talking to Luhan and like a freaking from a window from outside, and I'm like, wow, how?
That's so scary. Like because the thing is similar to this situation, right? Where this girl was able to do this because she knew one of the doctors that were working in the actual training facility that Jim was at. A lot of these people, it's because they like call up the airline and know somebody there or call up, and that's just so scary that like people are willing to sell you out either because that's their homegirl or sell you out for, you know, cash probably a lot of the times. So it's like you really aren't safe because anyone, especially everyday people, will be so very willing to take a bribe to help invade your privacy, even if that puts their job on the line or something like that. Like that's giving jail behavior. Ooh. Jail! Period! Oh wait, I actually have a...
What's going on? Y'all are going to jail! Period! What?
Okay. Sorry, you can't hear it, but...
Okay, yeah, I heard it now. Like, now I know how to, like, just, like, go to the actual stream and then unmute it to hear what's happening.
Yeah.
It's just silence.
That's very
And then
crazy.
you mouthing stuff.
I do kind of look insane. Michaela, what's up, Michaela? Welcome to the stream. Michaela says it was the second dose of a vaccine and she gave it to him too soon. So she's literally you saw saying it's too close to the sun because now you're literally putting your fave in danger. So look at you. It's giving jail time.
Also, I was right about there's a picture of what's his name? Jaejung in his bed. And somebody took a picture of him sleeping in his bed from TVXQ.
That
and I was
Nightmare fuel. Like I would quit. Like I would quit. Who was it? I was recently watching. There was a VTuber, and she was having, and this was kind of old, but she was part of a small like VTubing agency, and she was having a graduation stream because she was leaving the agency and kind of ending VTubing. And so she was talking about how it was really, really sad, but even her being a very small VTuber, like maybe she had like maybe 1,000 subscribers on YouTube or whatever, like she wasn't very, well, maybe like 50K or something, but she wasn't very huge or whatever. But she was talking about one of the things that she kind of regrets and she never prepared herself for is the amount of stalking that would happen. and people being obsessed with trying to find her identity. And she was like, yeah, I never wanted to be like huge. I just was like, I want to have fun, you know, I want to join an agency because that seems like I'll get some help with like some of the work I'm trying to do. But then she would talk about how like people would like be like digging through trying to find her mom's Facebook, yada yada yada, like trying to find. And she was like, yeah, it's so funny because they'll find one picture of me from like 5th grade that was on my mom's Facebook, and they're like, look, this is what she looks like. Meanwhile, that picture is like from 2013. But one of the things that really scared me is that she was like, yeah, the lengths I had to go to make sure nobody knew where I lived, because once they even had an inkling of like where I could maybe possibly living, I would be harassed. She was like, yeah, I wouldn't even talk about the weather on stream. I wouldn't talk about any local like food chains, like every food chain or like whatever item I talked about, I had to make sure it was something that's globally sold, because if somebody could use like, oh, she said it was raining today, let's look up the places that are raining, so blah blah, that could literally give away my cover. And I'm like, that is so scary. And I wonder if like, you know, people trying to get famous in any capacity, how much you think about that, because I feel like that would, when like if you see this kind of stuff and realize that can be your reality, how many people would be like, you know what, never mind.
Oh yeah,
I don't want to do this.
Why? I want to be a one-hit wonder, and you never see me again. I want all the royalties of that one hit, but I don't want to see y'all. I don't want you to see me. I just don't. I don't need that celebrity life.
That's true. That's why I thought when Dream showed his face, I was like, Mama, what are you doing? But I guess there's probably...
Has he shown it again?
I mean, I think so. I think he does.
I don't know.
I don't really look at that young... I'm gonna be honest. I don't look at that young man. But he wears a mask.
You saw it once and that was enough. I'm like, no, put it back.
I saw him once. I saw Shane Dawson once. It was pretty much the same
Shane Dawson once. He's always on the freaking, like, everywhere on YouTube. And it's like, how are you still here? How is that possible? I didn't watch you before, but now I've seen him way more than I did before he was, like, when he was popular. It's very weird.
That's so true. Leave Dream alone. Listen, I'm not coming for young Dreamantha. I just think it's crazy, as somebody who's able to get popularity without showing their face, that you would ever choose to like give up that anonymity. But I also recognize that there was probably people who were that much obsessed with exposing him and what he looked like, because I know they're y'all didn't try to expose Corpse every day that ends with Y.
We haven't seen him in like 3,000 years.
Yeah, he was like, never mind, freaks. But yeah, it's kind of crazy thinking about that. But yeah, that's really crazy. If it was literally like she was so gung-ho that she administered the vaccine, girl, the jail cell is waiting for you. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Just hop in the jail. Yeah. All right. Oh, wait a second.
Skip over that. So Schumann did nothing. Okay, no.
Can I do the
they
unemployed?
Didn't release a video.
They did.
No, there's a video.
Do you wanna...
like the behind the scenes of something? I don't have any videos or anything of it.
Oh, okay.
I was going to put pictures from it, but I was like, it's not even worth it. I just know that there was like a behind the scenes for something that they did. I forgot what it was.
Oh,
and, like,
wait,
so
they as an EXO?
Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just an EXO thing. But he himself, by himself, has done nothing.
Should I?
Well, actually, he lived. You know? He's in his house.
He lived a good life. It's giving the unemployed, but I didn't get a picture of him, so I can't even do the unemployed.
You know what's funny is that this is the first time. This is probably the first and probably only time that you actually have something for Kyung-soo. Actually, Kyung-soo, not somebody else.
Oh, it's because he's working. So like, I always actually have something.
He's always been working.
He's employed. I just got the spousal
Actually,
support.
didn't we do this years ago? Well,
how dare you? So that's right, guys. It is time for the Kyung second.
Oh gosh, now I need to hear what this is. Are you? I don't hear any music. Because you still don't even have a picture for Schumann. I hacked.
what happened to Lee Jung-jae? Unfortunately, he is unemployed. So, you know, we have to get the sponsor support checks from somewhere. And it's like, I think he recently came out with a movie. I'm just kind of, you know, if the man doesn't keep my attention, I can't stick around. I'm so sorry. Including Kyung
As you can
Soo.
see with how all this, like, her segments changed. Mine has stayed the same.
Dare you? I've been writing with Kyung Soo since 2016 when he said, "Oh, she wants me." That was
and then Jae-jung came in or whatever, and he was like, "I'm in Squid Games," and you're like, "Whoop."
That's
Yes,
because
you
I
are.
do like an older man. I'll be honest. I like a little.
And then he left, and then you were like, that other guy.
Song Joong Ki. That's because Song Joong Ki fed me.
Oh, no, not even him. The other one. Wasn't there another guy?
Oh, Choi Woo-shik from that, he did that drama with Crystal. That's his name? Choi Woo-shik? Yeah, no, that's not him. Not me forgetting. Am I that?
Ooh, but I like him. Oh, I like Choi Woo-shik.
Not him though.
Yes. What is that, on Parasite? Yes.
Oh, he was in Parasite. Oh my god. What is that drama that Crystal was in, I think last year?
Last year. I didn't even know she still acted.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
don't do Chris. Don't do young Chris like
that's
this.
the last thing I remember. Was she even in Airs? Wait.
She played not Jessica. What was her name? She was just
Young?
no, she was just one of them. Like I remember she spoke a lot of English in that. Crazy Love. Okay.
Crazy Love? I've never heard of this movie.
It's a show. I think it kind of flopped. I don't know, actually. Let me not say that because I literally do not know.
Usana's in it? I didn't know he acted.
Dang, what the heck? Oh, Kim Jae-wook. Oh my god, not me forgetting. But that's, listen, I'm out here, you know, it keeps people on their toes. But anyway, y'all, get your tickets because we are going to the movies on August 2nd of this year. Because guess what? The official podcast husband that always feeds us with spousal support checks and keeps you see these lights up here? That's courtesy of Do Kyung Soo, okay?
We'll see if this movie actually comes out. Because how long has it been?
It has a date. They have a date now, all right? You see?
Sure. Oh, okay.
I don't know how to read letters in Korean, but 8
Is
wall
that 8-2?
2 il
8 month day.
Gebong Hokjang yo Hokjang Tang Jong
Bong.
Leave us. What? She's always trying to break. Listen. Yes, short and employed king. And that's the thing. I'll say this right now. Short kings. It's short king summer. All right. Who was it? Chet Hanks when he said,
Oh, Schumann.
Wait. I do not know who this person is. Okay.
How dare you?
You're confusing me by
They're the
bringing him
same
up.
height.
Kyung-soo is, yeah, they're the same height when Schumann has his inserts, his shoe lifts in.
How dare you? No, they're the same height when Kyung-soo actually straightens out his back.
How dare you? How now, brown cow? Anyway, before I was really interrupted. All right, y'all. So we are going to the movies. This is what Anime Club, the next movie we watch on Anime Club. Let me cook. This is the next movie we're gonna watch in Anime Club, and one Do Kyung-soo is starring. First of all, I was kind of excited. So the movie's called The Moon, and it's directed by Kim Young-hwa, who directed other things, but in particular, they directed 200 Pounds of Beauty, which is one of my favorite Korean movies. Definitely check that out. You will cry. And so it's set to premiere on August 7th or August 2nd in South Korea, and then it will be available in other regions later, but they haven't put that out yet. And so The Moon, it's a movie that will star D.O. as an astronaut Sunwoo, who's become stranded alone in space millions of kilometers away from Earth after an unexpected incident. So the actual trailer, it's kind of eerie. You guys should go watch it. It's very short, but it basically is like this ominous zoom out of the moon. But at the very tail end of the trailer, you hear Do Kyung-soo, You hear Do Kyung-soo. You hear Kyung-soo as Sunwoo basically being like, you know, Earth to or Mars to Earth or whatever. Like he's trying to give out like a message to like his station on Earth that there's something like happening, and like I guess it kind of sounds like he's kind of like fatigued and maybe like tired. So I'm guessing he's been trying to send out signals to Earth for a while to no avail. So this is maybe like in the last ditch ever. So it sounds very scary. I'm excited to see it. If he's stranded, that means he's gonna get, you know, expeditiously a lot of screen time. So I'm excited for that one, yo. All right, y'all. So is there an employed? No, there's not an employed thing. I would very employed. Yeah, and so you can see the lights are still on. Check. Kyung-soo is still short. Check. Schumann still wears shoe lifts. Check. All right, moving on to the next segment. My boob and booby hot. Unless there was anything else that you wanted to say.
Sorry. What did you say?
Ain't that what they say? I'm
Honestly,
so hot.
I listened to this song twice.
Twice. Think about it twice. Let's get into it then. Ooh, that's a very scary picture I chose to see. I meant to grab. First of all, the fits were fitting. Girl, look at the belt buckle. The double belt buckle bonanza she's wearing. I was sick. They were killing fit wise, but let's get into this.
In the back, though. I don't like that. Ew, I don't like that. What is with these things on the bottom?
Oh yeah,
face.
That face is kind of scary. It looks like Alison Stoner.
Oh my god. It does.
Not Allison getting a shout out. Squeak, 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 squeak.
You and the squeak. I always think of tempo. How do you do that?
Don't mess up my tempo. Okay, so yes, as you know, Gidle, after releasing their pre-release Allergy, I guess, and it was kind of like a lead up to this, they finally have released their comeback single Queencard, which is basically about, you know, actually there's a lot of stuff I learned. This is the thing, the idolets are getting me, because I definitely was like, what the heck is this? But with more context after reading like different forum posts and tweets and stuff like that, I feel like I came to appreciate this song more. Now, is the chorus still cringy? Is Twerking on the Runway still cringy? Yes. However, if I'm taking it as what the idolets are telling me, that this is somewhat of a satire, sarcasm, parody, then I'm like, okay, maybe I can. It's still kind of cringy, but I can appreciate it a bit more. But yes, for this comeback, they adopted a very early 2000s like comedy movie. This dance scene was very much playing homage to White Check, that like iconic White Chicks Club dance scene, and they just their outfits were very much like 2000s high school comedy movie. But essentially, from what I understood, the Queencard is kind of like, what somebody explained to me is that it was like an early 2000s, I guess, Korean slang, and it was just basically like, oh, I'm the it girl, like I'm the queen card or whatever. So that's kind of what it was like referencing. But it's basically about being hot and cool and great and sexy, and the chorus, it seemed like they kind of, or the bridge, it was like kind of a kumbaya, like fat girl, thin girl, queen card, like that kind of thing. So it seemed like it was just a very like, oh, you're hot no matter what, like eat. Which is funny because that's kind of like a stark difference to the Allergy song, where it's basically like, I'm not sexy, I have t-shirts, you have short skirts, I'm in the bleachers. So it's just kind of like, I don't know. They need to give, you know, I don't say this a lot, but they need to give Taylor her royalties, I think. So yeah, what were your thoughts?
I actually like this more than their last two releases.
Wow. More than Nude?
I don't like Nude.
Oh.
I don't like Nude.
Wow. Wait, more than Tomboy, or are you counting Allergy?
Like, Tomboy is good. I like Tomboy, but I still think this sounds better. Like, I don't know. I not gonna lie, I'm not a lyric person, so I don't really know what they're saying. So I don't know.
One of the lyrics is
maybe if I saw it.
my boob and booby. One of the lyrics are my boob and booty hot. So I don't know.
I mean, they say she's like, was that Soyeon? Because I swear she says weird things in like every song. So like, this is no different. I just like the song, like how it sounds a lot more. Like it's not. Nude was like just. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it.
Outside the box.
I was gonna say jarring. Or I just didn't want to hear it again.
My name's Yuppie Yuppie Yo. Yeah.
Like, that's the only part that I actually know.
I definitely think I definitely think Nude. Tomboy, I actually didn't like it that much either. I just liked the fact, like the genre shift and the fact that the dance was so good. Nude, it took me a while to like. Definitely off the bat, I was like, this doesn't sound like Tomboy. Or like, this doesn't sound. Why wasn't My Bag of Single Girls? Let's really get into it because that was like.
Yeah, My Bag was good.
Yeah, that could have been your Mr. moment. All right, y'all need to really keep your ears to the streets. But anyway, yeah, Nude, it took me a while to watch, but I definitely like it a lot. I wouldn't say that I think this is better than Nude, but I definitely think this has growability because when I first listened to it, I definitely was like, what the heck is this? But like then I noticed myself saying my boob and booby hot. And I am that Queencard. Like that's just fun. And at the end, I didn't get it, but when those freaking, so like in the scene where Soyeon is getting chopped and screwed, there's like these like nurses that are around them, and so there's like in the bridge the girls start dancing, and then they have the scene where the nurses are doing the same dance, and tell me why the nurses were kind of eating them up, no offense. But
I mean, they're probably dancing.
Yeah, that's true.
Like full on just dancers.
That's true. Jumping into chat. Hey Tao, what's good? What's good? Let's see everyone's opinions. Let's see. V says I was very entertained. I think it was very entertaining, the video too. Andre.
I don't think I paid attention when I first listened to it, or at any time I've listened to it. I didn't watch the video.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like so. Well, I guess it's supposed to have a deeper message, but I just like visually wise, I feel like the outfits are nice. It's jumping from.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
If it's anything like Allergy, I think Allergy was just everything about it was aesthetically pleasing.
Same. Oh, also talking about lyric wise, so a lot of people were like, "Oh, that twerking on the runway is cringy. The my boob and booty hot is cringy." And then there's a the beginning of the chorus, I forget who sings. I mean, the beginning of the second verse, I forget who sings it, but it's like, "Oh, you look like Kim Kardashian. I want to be pretty like Ariana." People didn't like the name drops. I noticed either. They thought that was.
They said Ariana. I thought she said Rihanna.
Oh, she should have. Well, Ariana's pretty cute too, but
yeah, I was gonna say both of them are pretty.
Yeah, but people were like, that was a corny like name drop thing. But I guess it's supposed to be a little. I don't know.
Still do that.
Yeah,
people name songs about. Like after people.
That's true. Jack Harlow, Dua Lipa. What happened to Jack Harlow?
There's a song called Post Malone. I was like, what? Like, why?
By who?
I forgot. But I kept seeing on like Spotify lists like last year, I think, or 2 years ago, and I was like, this is throwing me because I keep thinking it's a Post Malone song, but it's not.
That's where they get you. There's somebody. There was a song like in the early 2010s, it was a Korean song and somebody released it and it was like literally called Lee Hyori and like Chunbin. Like it was two really popular, like I know Lee Hyori was one of them, but it was just like named two really popular figures at the time, and I was like, this person knows what they're doing.
Watch it not be about any of them. He says none of their names. It's the opposite. It's not about anything. It's just about floating in the ocean. About sailing.
A mess. Oh snap, I realized that the bottom chat thingy is not showing here. Why would that be? There we go. I couldn't see you guys' beautiful comments. All right, also hi Tao, always good to have you in the chat. All right, Andy says yeah, Nude wasn't for me. I'm surprised. I don't think we talked about Nude on the channel though. So seeing all these different opinions about Nude is interesting. Jordy says, I love this video, but I'll be honest, all the early 2000 references in K-pop and in general remind me that I'm old as hell and ready for the urn.
Like, I haven't been here. I wasn't around when this was
Exactly.
It was so retro, right, guys?
Like, yeah, cool. I think it's kind of like us getting payback, because I remember like having 80s parties and 90s parties was like such a thing.
Well, like even older people were having 80s parties and 90s parties.
That's true.
Like my mom and dad went to 80s and 70s parties, and they were alive then.
Dang.
So it's like,
well, I guess it's a bit different when you were really young then, because even with this, like, we were there for the 2000s, but we were like babies, so that's why I enjoyed a lot.
Wearing, bell buttons.
Yeah.
Although I think my mom just made me wear them.
Put on the bell bottoms.
Honestly, that's all she would buy me. Like until like high school, I think like my sister and I would only wear bell bottoms.
That's funny. That's cute though. Leanne says, maybe this is mean, but you can't have cringy lyrics and basic melody and then say, but it's satire, not everything is a hit. Okay. I was gonna say maybe the idolettes got me, because I definitely, so there was a thread and I showed you where they're basically saying a lot of it was satire and a lot of it was kind of a poke at criticisms they get, and I was like, you know, even if this is not even true, this person, they should hire this person that was making the thread on Twitter, because it was kind of eating. Basically they said a lot of it is criticisms about like stuff they've got in the past. So I guess like My Bag, it was like a mostly English chorus and people kind of made fun of it because like what they were saying was kind of confusing and it kind of just seemed like gibberish or whatever, or just like very shallow. So they used a lot of shallow English like phrasing in this with like my boobin boobie hot and stuff like that.
But they always do that. Wait,
listen,
you can't say that for every song.
Listen, this is what the girls told me on Twitter. And then there was another one when they said that in the video you notice that like Soyeon, there's like flashes of her, like in a lot of scenes it will like turn to Soyeon and then will turn back to being one of the other girls or whatever. And it was kind of, I guess they were saying it's a critique of people saying that, oh, it's the Soyeon show, so instead they showed her in like flashes and it was like, oh, did I see her, did I not, like that kind of thing. And there was something else, oh, I guess the dance battle, I mean, this is where it's kind of off, because I think it was very obvious the dance battle was a parody of that White Chicks dance battle, but somebody said I guess they get criticism about their dancing, so then they made a whole dance battle. I really, okay, maybe this person was grasping at straws. Maybe I should have also saved it so I like know what this person's referencing, but
dang, I feel like they just like kind of like backhanded. Like they just like drag them without anyone dragging them. They're like, yeah, and they get criticized for their dancing because they're always off beat and like always like Shua, like what is she doing? She's always over there like I don't even know. Anyway, so they did this scene to show the haters that they can dance on beat.
That's true. Maybe that was a covert hater. They're like, and none of them can sing or dance. Oh, and somebody also said like there's criticism that like 90% of the songs be Soyeon's rapping, so she didn't rap in this one.
I mean, when it's accurate.
Not you clocking in, you're like, wait a second, points were made.
I'm just saying, I feel like Nude and whatever the Tomboy was like 90% of just like
dang, which is interesting because I feel like, do they get eat up for the line distribution the way that IVE does? Maybe nobody cares.
I was gonna say, like, out of the top girl groups right now, I feel like they don't really get as much hate as the other three.
Maybe it's because they're not really seen as like a newer girl group. Like I feel like people feel like they already earned their stripes.
That's true.
Also, I'm going to throw up, we're going to go traditional flop or bop today. I'm going to throw up, what do we think? How dare you? What do we think? Queencard.
It's better.
Let's see. And I'll read more comments while you guys vote. Andre said, I loved it. The girls look hot and they were feeling themselves. Nothing wrong with twerking on the runway. Okay, we have a pro twerking on the runway. Also, hello, Trevi Boo. Welcome to the stream. Trevi Boo says, yes, video and concept was nice. The song was not for me. That's fair.
That's very interesting. I actually thought this song was very much safer than their other songs. In my eyes. When I first heard it, and the second time I just heard it before this stream. So I thought it was like, I don't know, it just sounded easier to listen to than, especially Nude. Nude is
hello, my name's Yuppie Yuppie Yo.
Very catchy though, that part.
Andy says, see this skirt with the face on it. That's Miyeon is wearing references how groups in K-pop like clothes is easily worn one day and dressed in the nip. And it's really get out of here. So actually, what you're not seeing.
That skirt really looks like it got photoshopped in, and it's really jarring to me.
It's very,
I don't know why. It looks so crisp compared to the rest of the outfits.
It's because I put it when I took these
another face on a skirt.
Wait, where?
Go back to the picture.
Oh my god, is this the new meta? Also, some girl had like passion twists. There's some black girl in the music video with passion twist or something, and I was like, okay. All right,
she got that done wherever she was from and then came to Korea.
Apparently, the girls be braiding hair. I have a friend that lives there, and she would get her hair braided around the clock. And she lived there.
The passion twist. Can they do that?
It was box braids, but you know, I'm sure there's passion somebody.
Twist. Like, I can barely find someone here that can do passion twist. I can't imagine going to Korea and seeing that.
That's true. But this outfit this belt buckle outfit is just serving so many types of serves. All right. Oh my god.
Is it a flop?
Why y'all doing this to me? I'm trying to get in with the idolettes. Okay, well, y'all hating outside the club. Okay, wait, I'll let it cook for like 2 more minutes. Because y'all are gonna get me canceled. Trevi Boo says, controversial opinion here, but I feel like this song's a result of previous generation / artists trying to show they can do Y2K from this time. I do think the Y2K thing, I think it's going to reach its end soon because it is getting very, very heavily used. And I feel like everyone's gonna have their Y2K aesthetic sounding song or whatever, and then they're just gonna but I do think that there's no way this trend can last into the summer, maybe, but past that, I don't see like fall still having people being too, because it's the people are beating it over. And you know what, it's kind of like, ooh, things are starting to look very samey because people are leaning into it really heavy,
like this and like spicy.
Yes. Like, that's what I was saying. I was like, this
Spicy came out first, and I was like, when Allergy came out, I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, because they're literally taking from specifically high school comedy, teen, early 2000s movie.
Classics.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like literally, Aespa did Mean Girls. They're doing White Chicks. It's like those were like very like. Yeah. That's so true. But I kind of like it though. I just want it to last the summer because I have some cute outfits picked out, and I want to. Y2K my ass.
Oh, that's true.
All around the city.
I always want to do Y2K.
It's very cute. Your little clips are little.
Well, some of it is. I don't want any of those low-rise jeans.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's gotta like get rid of those. Don't do that.
You're like, I don't want to wear them, so no one else. You can burn them.
Like Britney Spears, like out here, I don't know. She's doing her little TikTok things in her low-rise jeans, and I'm like, we can't go back, Britney. We can't.
Please, Britney.
Sorry. Like, stop trying to bring it back.
All right, so I think it's safe to end the poll here. And listen, G-Idol fans, I don't know these people. I don't know anyone here. All right, I stand.
I voted Bob.
Okay, I'm. All right, guys. So apparently, according to y'all,
did you vote Flop?
I didn't vote Flop. I voted Bob, but
well, I'll listen to it. Maybe, I don't know.
What y'all do? Okay, let me stop.
I will say that out of the not 4. Is it 4? Out of the 3 songs that came out for the summer so far, what are your favorites?
Out of the girlies?
Girl groups, yeah. So I am Spicy and this. What is this called? Queencard.
Wait, what about LE SSERAFIM Unforgiven?
Oh, 4.
Yeah. I actually will say I liked the I Have, We Have, We All Have Together album the best, but I actually like Unforgiven. Like, I really like I Am, but I think I actually like Unforgiven the best. Like, I think it's the catchiest to me, even though I don't really replay it that much. And I also really like that album. I think Spicy, again, I appreciate what they're doing and giving such a different sound and giving a lot of variety. But I actually haven't found myself reaching to play it over, a lot over that since it's been released, which is not too long, but still. But then this was like, I think I might end up, just because it's so like kitschy. Is that what I guess? Yeah, this would be 90s. This would be early 2000s kitsch. I can appreciate it. And somebody said this seems like they're trying to like do like the 2023 version of So Hot by the Wonder Girls. And I was like, ooh, once you put that perspective or lens on it, I'm going to appreciate it, because I really did like So Hot. And it also made me think if the So Hot chorus is cringy if you know Korean better. Because literally they're like, I'm so cool.
I feel like a lot of JYP songs were cringy. I was listening to Ad Toy recently, because that is such a good song. But I was sitting there like, why are you so upset? Like, they were rapping, like, Taekyon was out here like we're just rapping his soul out about what?
He loves the sound.
I'm like, what the sir?
He always sounds like he's out of breath when he raps. I don't know who told him to rap.
Did. What's the other guy too? I forgot. Oh, and then sorry, random. Not even like he sounds dramatic, but he just sounds so funny. But Nickhyun, when he does his falsetto, you can tell it's him because he sounds so funny. He's like, it's like very like like, sir, this is not an opera. This is R&B.
He also suffered from what I would call a frustrated baby syndrome, that his face was so cute looking that anytime he would try to look like mean, it just looked like a baby that wanted to go like poopy or something, or their mom took their snacks away or something. It was very interesting. La 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 na pa chan chan. How does that from Kunop sheet? You guys are la la la.
I don't know the rap. I don't know that as well, but I know the chorus.
It's a good song. What was the other one? Again and again and again and
I was
again.
gonna say the party one. Put your hands
up, put your hands up. Not as
that was such a good song.
We're giving retire home.
That was a good song.
Here we go.
Ugh, take me back. I need. Sorry.
I know.
I need music like that.
That song in particular, I used to like run around my neighborhood whenever that song came out. I was probably in high school or something like that. And I remember that would always be the first song I listened to and the last song I listened to when I was done running. So like it's great. Like I think about like going up the hills and stuff like that. But that would always like get me hyped. Like I'm like, here we go. Even though is literally the worst like syllable you could say that on, but you know. Oh, come back when you hear this song. Na 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 na. That song. Oh, you know what was good? Baby, take me to my house. Nigga. What is the word? Could that part?
Is that the My House?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Give me.
That was like one of their newer ones, right?
I guess in the relative skin, but that song's pretty old. Wait.
Because I think I liked the Go Crazy.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, that was my song.
Yeah. Let me see if
I used to like love doing the dance. Oh, sorry.
No, that was a good. Oh, that was there was that era where they were just like the party uncles. Like that was a good. What?
Which is crazy because what are we now?
The party aunties. Yeah. Wait. What? Okay, I want to take you to my house. Not like he's like like it's so gross, no offense, but like also it's like ooh, he's kind of sexy. Taekyon, he raps that part. It's not, but when they're like, "Oh, did you do? Give me," that part, and they're like, "Wait, Susan's gonna have me, but we gotta play it now because y'all need to see this part." They kind of eat no come left. They really are giving uncle, but like you know, I'm giving auntie, so I guess it's fine. Oh, did you give me? Wait, studio mode. I mean, I've seen people pay like songs and stuff. Heck, Bangtan on his little live stream, John, he like plays like songs. I was like,
Who?
Bangchan and his like live stream
really?
thing. Yeah, I was watching.
Is it like JYP stuff?
No, he was playing that dang song from what's her name, Yoa Soba, that Japanese artist that sang the intro to that most recent my Oshi or whatever it's called.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
blocking me out.
You know what? Sometimes
Again.
you gotta roll with the
been
punches,
weeks.
and the punches gotta roll. All right, y'all. This is like not even. I'm literally wasting precious open bar time showing this, but I had to see it. You had
Oh,
to
what is that? Don't they do that
yeah.
heartbeat thing? Listen to
Do
my-
they? Oh yeah, they do.
That's 2 p.m. right?
Yes. I didn't like that song though. They kind of were giving in this. I'm sorry. Not that. I hate when people whisper in my ear.
And he wasn't even looking at it. He said he was looking at a completely different direction.
Wait, no, wait. Let me show the dance
What in
version.
the world?
Let me show the dance version because they're not giving. This? Calm down. Give me.
I forgot about this song.
Oh,
I
this
mean,
is...
I remember it, but
See, this is why I call them party uncles, because why is he spitting this verse as if he's an uncle trying to get you to go home with him at the bus stop? Let me take you to my house. Girl, you look good. Like, uncle, no. What are you saying? And
I'm talking to the people that are his age. Not to the little girls.
like, it's like they are really handsome and attractive in this. I also just want to slay them for some reason. I don't know. Let me take you to my house, girl. What's good?
20 years. We're like, you old men, you uncles.
Okay.
Like, I'm just trying to find a girl my age.
They're like,
I'm so young. Yeah, you're in jail.
the 2 p.m. stance put us in jail. All right. Low key, like, if I'm being honest, he is cute. That was just very uncle of him. Let me take you to my house. You want some mints? Like, huh? What are you talking about? All right. So moving on. So I also wanted to talk about Jimin. He is really out here with Kodak Black 선배님, NLE Choppa 선배님, Mooney Long, who else? Jake. So I don't know. They're trying to recreate that part. Charlie Puth. It's been a long road without him, my friend.
Like 3 times the people.
I know. Why were there 34 people singing the same thing in that song? That made no sense.
Oh, I know Jake.
I love him. You are gonna shine.
I like him. I like that one song that he has. But recently, I keep seeing the TikToks of people being like, of him. It's like a clip of him saying, like, when you realize, like, when you listen to my song, Golden Hour, you realize that you cannot play that on the piano. Like, it's physically not possible. And then it's always like piano people being like, let me show you that you can play this. They're playing. I'm like, sir, do you know music?
I love a
You clearly made this song. Like, what are you talking about? How did you go to an interview and say this? You know the internet's gonna find you.
Also, did he not play on the piano, or was it like synthesized or whatever?
I don't even know. I was like, what did you think was gonna happen?
Oh, that's
like, it doesn't even
funny.
sound that complicated of like a song. So I'm like, why did you say that? Why would you assume?
His song.
Did someone tell you that?
I think probably he's just saying because he knew people were like, girl, what are you even saying? Because I think he's a bit of a PR machine, a bit. Like, I feel like he always makes a lot of videos promoting his songs and stuff. But that's hilarious. Like, what are you saying? His songs sound like they should be like the intros to like Hayao Miyazaki type movies, like Your Name and stuff. Like, they're always like, but yeah, so we are talking about the fact that I guess this is for Too Fast and Furious. Jimin was a part of an ensemble of artists who released a song called Angel Part 1. So it features him, Jake with a V, Mooney Long, who made Hours and Hours, a song, what a good song, Kodak Black, and NLE Choppa. And I would say I actually liked it. I don't know why there was 473 people in it, but if they have the budget to pay all of them, go ahead.
Yeah.
And cool for Jimin. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool, because I didn't expect Jimin to actually be in a music video with the people. Like, there's like a point where he's like singing with like Mooney Long in the back and stuff. I think I actually have it.
Is he standing next to him? Oh.
Yeah, he's actually there, unless they use the Lay CGI, the Lay patented CGI technique.
Well, actually, they have Fast and Furious money.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They have enough money to make all these movies, so they have enough money to
so true.
CGI him into this music video.
Yeah, that's true. But what did you think about the song? Let me play a bit of it.
I did not listen to it. So
Dang. I think I heard it on accident first. So,
like, I remember I put it, and I've known about this happening for like the past week, and then I just like, I listened to the little clip that they released last week. I don't remember what it said.
Oh yeah, that teaser. Let me sing it for you.
Angel of mine.
It sounds like
I look at you, looking at me. By Monica, right?
Wait. Closely.
Is he trying to sing like
Charlie Puth?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this song is very much them trying to recreate the magic that was been a long road. Like, Jake literally sounds and looks like Charlie Puth here.
He's like, let me brush my hair forward. Let me a long day. Let me just sigh into my music, you know? Let me sing with a sigh.
It's very, yeah, they need to cut young Charles his check. Because I guess that's where we belong. I don't know what stands fact or mainframe. Andre says, I haven't heard of half those people. LOL, maybe Kodak Black, but only from name. I know, and I don't listen to his music, but I know NLE Choppa. I know Kodak Black. But yeah, Jake's very new, and I feel like he skews more TikTok-y. And then Mooney Long is pretty new as well. Not SZA Nuna. Charlie somebody named Blueprint. Run Charlie somebody named his check. All right then. I guess we can move on then to hold on.
Flop or flop, guys.
Oh, well, no one listened to this song, so I'd say it's a Charlie Plop. It's a Charlie Plop because it sounds like a Charlie Puth song. So that's all I can give you. But now, guys, it's time for oopsies. No.
I would like a martini.
What's going on?
Apple
Y'all are
juice.
going to jail.
Oops, wrong soundbite. I meant to do this. I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your boyfriend. You had to be there. That's the transition song now. I have a button for it and everything. All right. Oh, Mooney Long used to go by Priscilla Renee before she rebranded. I did not know that. I only know the Hours and Hours EP.
No offense, but Priscilla sounds not as nice as Mooney Long.
Yeah, I was gonna say Priscilla for some reason sounds like an evil stepmother in like a show or something like that. I guess Yuan is getting warrant for his arrest for his team destroying the evidence. Huh?
Who?
Yuan, he got caught using like ket and coke and weed.
Oh, did we not bring up what's his name?
Who?
Your fave?
Oh yeah, Nam Tae-hyun, former
her fave got caught.
He was my favorite when he was in winter. Wow. Not winter. When he was in
in snow. During the fall?
Yeah, I think he got caught meth, and he like also was caught using it with some girl from like some dating show. Girl, what is going on?
And she's like a mechanical engineer, like Hyundai or something, or she was, and she had to quit.
In the world? Oops. Sorry.
Always blocking me.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. All right, let's see what all K-pop has to say about this, because about the UN situation. That's very scary.
How do you get into meth?
You don't
like
get
meth scares me because I'm just like, what do you get out of it? Because it's like very addictive.
Well, maybe that's
really
what they like.
You can take it once and you're just like, you're addicted. I mean, do they like it, or is it just they did it once and then it was like, well, now I like it?
I don't know,
because it's so addictive.
But it's just really sad because, again, I don't think you get into hard drugs like that just like for fun. Like, I feel like you're trying to forget something. You're trying to like, that's so. Police decide to request an arrest warrant for actor In over concerns that his side may destroy evidence. So it says here, police have decided to request a arrest warrant for In, who is currently facing charges for abusing 5 illegal drugs. According to reports on May 16th, the Drug Crime Investigation Unit of the Seoul Metropolitan Police made the decision to request an arrest warrant based on the belief that the actor's side may attempt to destroy evidence. He had been summoned for 2 questionings so far, has continually denied the allegations that he deliberately abused you. Yes. Deny. Actually, maybe it's better if he doesn't. I actually don't know. Yeah. I'm not a lawyer, y'all. First, regarding the allegations that he abused propofol for approximately 2 years since 2021, and the actor's side claimed that all the uses were for medical purposes. The actor's side further claimed that the ketamine and zolpidem, oh my God, were also administered or prescribed solely for medical purposes, while denying the use of cocaine.
These medical purposes and
well, I guess they could be
and
medical.
It's italicized.
I know, medical purposes.
It's giving me, that's what it's
doing the name. Medical purposes.
Sure.
Medical purposes.
For medical services.
Wow, that was a very regarding his positive test of methamphetamine, Yuan's side claimed that he was offered it by a friend and thus his use was not delivered. Oh no, he's also doing Mama. G-Dragon already used you got a random weed from some Japanese guy in Japan. We can't feign ignorance, all right. G-Dragon already did it. It's already been used. It's crazy. Based on Yuan's continued denial of all the charges, police have determined that the arrest warrant would I can see if he's just lying and not telling the truth. I can see why they would be like they're gonna try to weasel their way out of this one as much as they can. Meanwhile, immediately after his first questioning in March this year, Yuan commented, despite the fact that my actions will come across to many as uncomfortable and unsettling, I would like to consider those actions as opportunities I took in order to lead a healthier life, the kind of life that I was not able to enjoy much. Aww. I think, I'm no lawyer, but I feel like they need to go the route of, obviously, if he was taking these very hard drugs, he probably was struggling mentally, and go from that perspective.
Let's do all those drugs.
Yeah.
Like, so many.
Yeah. That's really sad. Aww. That's really unfortunate. Yeah.
How are they getting meth? Like,
where there's a will, there's a way, apparently.
What's his name? Walter White?
Yeah.
They have a Walter White of Korea.
Apparently. That's so scary. Oh, the other thing, the Mod House, I saw you posted that Mod House is trying to get the trademark for YYXY, which was a previous Luna subunit, correct?
Yeah.
So it looks like they're going for it. My boobie's hot. Wow. Oh, so none of the members that were actually in that subunit are
there.
So is this a sign that we think that they're going to go there, or that's Mod House's intention?
Well, who's the one who just got their freedom?
Was it Vivi and Hyunjin? We literally talked about this last. Let me see if I can.
I know it's Vivi. That's right. It might be Hyunjin. That sounds right too. So none of them are either. So I think the other ones are the ones that are stuck there. And then Chu, who's just not.
Chu was also in YYXY?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, did we ever talk about whether we think Chu has any interest in holding any Luna, like doing anything with Luna, and whether her current company would allow for her to like not be under Mod House or anything like that, but at least because I could see that like being a thing maybe.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
Okay. Aw, Trevi says I came to the right live, Luna at 2 p.m. And that was a spontaneous 2 p.m. thing. We just need to reminisce. You know what like literally had me in a conniption a couple days ago? Do you remember Secret?
No. I mean, didn't they just have an anniversary?
Did they? Probably.
So.
They debuted like maybe 2009? But like Montana, Donna, hot, ooh, hot.
I liked girl groups.
Oh yeah, that's true. I was like thinking, I don't know if Jasmine know it, but I was just like,
I know Secret existed.
But that's the thing, it's so scary because like I completely forgot they existed. Like I am currently.
Sorry, you can continue.
I was gonna say they were the ones, or they like I'm always like second gen girl groups, but like I barely ever mention them. Like they literally have seeped out of my brain memory, and I just randomly somebody mentioned them or something. But it's just like it's like forgetting M Black or something like that.
I would never.
I was so scared. Like it was so scary because I was like, who is this? Wait a second, they had so many bops. Like that really scared me.
But weren't they were in the same company as BAP,
yeah.
Right? Is that them?
Yeah.
So that's probably what happened to them.
Dang.
That company.
That's just
that
crazy.
Company was trash. I don't even remember what they're called.
TS Entertainment.
I'm still mad because they did like BAP was on their way. Dang. They were up there. They're like, imagine how different this landscape would be if BAP didn't die. You know? I'm not saying anything else besides that. I think like they could be popular. Why are you sweating?
I don't know. I'm just Gracie. I'm a Gracie girl.
I'm just saying they would have been popular too. Like I think they could have been like, it would have been like 101, EXO, BTS versus BAP. And it would have been like
all of them versus BAP, or all of them.
All four of them. Are like,
okay, I was gonna say why is all of them against
me?
No,
not just the three of them versus no, but like just it would be like a nice little landscape of boy groups for a good time. Of like, these
cute.
Groups are fighting. This is
cute.
Cool. I mean, the wars would be terrible in
I was gonna say
I would be living for it.
Or on Twitter,
the trolls.
You'd be popcorning it up, just reading what they had to say. Oh, you are my shy boy, my boy. I want to go back. Take me back. Okay, wait. Maybe I can parallel time shift. I can optional time shift into another. If you know, you know.
This time shift. As soon as they included that, I was like, "You can't do everything. You can't just turn back time. You are not Cher. Like we don't do this."
If Koyomi could turn back time, if Kazane could find her way, yeah, I will concede that didn't make any sense. I actually tried to go back to really understand. I think the optional shift and like the general parallel shifting made a decent amount of sense, but I think the time shifting, they really just was like, and then you time shift.
We can optional shift into other things. Suddenly we can just go back in time. If you just really think about it, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
same science.
Yeah,
we don't have to repeat ourselves. Imaginary
true.
science.
That's true.
Imaginary.
Yeah, literally, it was like the Imaginary Institute of Fakeness are us. I was like, what the hell? Who named this? If y'all know, y'all know. Not me being annoying. It's the two movies we watched for. I'm like, if y'all know, you know, as if it's not on my channel. It's the two movies we watched for Anime Club. Yeah, it really sucks that's because I always say that like the idol life is so precarious because it's like, okay, so you have to fight for your life to join a company. You join it and you have to fight for your life to remain a trainee and just be a trainee. And then you have to fight for your life to get in a group lineup. And then you have to fight for your life to get in that for that group to actually debut. And then you have to fight for your life as a rookie that you don't become irrelevant. And then you have to fight for your life that you don't do something that makes you fall off when you do hit big. And then you have to fight for your life afterwards.
I mean, that's life.
That's true. But it's just like really sad to see like somebody somebody just falls off because of negligence of their company and not anything they did in particular.
Yeah. Or just like something that like people just arbitrarily just don't like about you.
Yeah.
And you're just like, well, I can't change my
Exactly.
face. I just look like this.
That's sad. I just said I'm still mad that they did all that because they thought they'd be stepsisters.
You remember I was reading something where somebody was like, this man was so smart and yet he didn't know that step-siblings could get married.
Don't do Koyomi H like that. Don't do Koyomi H.
Let her die. But I will say, she killed herself. I still am not a fan.
This year,
that whole entire timeline.
What
is it? The pink story?
Yeah, I think that's the pink story.
I was like,
don't do Shiorse.
I had to skip. I skipped a lot because I was just like,
did
I
you
don't care.
really? You told me you skipped when they did. Okay, I was gonna say, which was honestly like 47
which was like literally
minutes.
half of it. Yeah, I was like, there's half of it.
So...
I was like, as soon as I saw the dog, I was like, wait, hold up. No, we're not about to show me the whole entire movie again.
That
I'm skipping.
Was
my eyes
very
were
bad.
tired.
That was very bad. They literally just like, quick, play the other movie.
I'm like, now that we already did this other movie,
yeah,
just put it right in there.
And I will never get over that the fact that it was like just playing, and then when he touched, when Koyomi meets him and Kazune meets him for the first time and touches him, it's just like, and it just plays this horrible loud music until the very end. I was like, fire whoever put this together.
I'm glad I watched it second, so I was just like not even inclined to watch. I was just like, first of all, did they even have a long ending for the first movie? I went back. They did not. So then I was like, you know what? I'm not wasting my time with this. I don't even care about these two. That storyline, that parallel universe, trash. Discard it. They even like infiltrated the other good storyline to then mess it up. I was just like, what are we doing?
Listen,
why are we doing?
I think that's so funny though. Like your love story with somebody is so tragic. You gotta rewrite history itself. Just rewrite it.
Make sense. Like now I'm in this storyline, and I was like, wait, how does that make any sense? Like, didn't he like somehow rewind, like go back in time, and then
it didn't make sense.
Coincided.
It didn't make sense.
Because wouldn't he know?
Well, they said that time shifting makes you lose your memory conveniently. So that, like, when he time shifts, he's not going to remember. But then also he's just going to share bodies with it. I don't know because I'm innocent. I just want to say, Kazune and Koyomi in the blue story, very cute. Very cute. I like it.
OP. Like, I don't even... It's like, why was that a pink story thing? Like, when I saw, like, little clips of the other girl, I was like, why would I care about this person who's in the streets? Like... Stuck in the it sounds so sad. She's in the streets
trying to make ends meet. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's why he got all crazy, because he was like, I put her in this street, I'm gonna take her out of this street.
Just why that whole storyline was just like, why? He's crazy.
God. Okay, this is a good question from Andre. Saw this on Twitter. What K-pop song last chorus gagged you? So the last chorus or the last chorus that gagged me? Because the last chorus that gagged me was probably like gagged me. Like there's chorus that gagged me, but gagged? Ditto. I'm so sorry. Ditto was really good. I was like the
K-pop? Okay. I don't know. Wait, hold on.
Oh wait, no, Kitsch. Kitsch gagged me a bit.
Oh, maybe I am then.
Ooh, wow! I did not peg you as an ice stand, but go off. Ditto.
I
Yes,
already
Chubby.
said this.
Oh, you
This
said
is
what?
like their last album. I was like, okay, now I actually kind of can see the appeal
Okay.
because I hated the last song that they did. Afterlife.
Narcissistic? Oh, Afterlife. I am.
Afterlife.
I am. Wow, a lot of people are saying I've. Wait, did we talk about You Kiss coming back, or was that? Oh, we did not talk about You Kiss coming back. Wait, so are
Yeah,
they
their parents supposed to come back. Oh,
How many
does
members?
XG count?
XG? Yes, I think it counts.
Then anything XG did.
Dang, anything? Whoa, you better.
I mean, they only like 4 songs, so
You better stand out amongst the crowd, even if you got. There's an interesting.
Probably NCT Dream too.
Which song?
I don't know.
You're like all of them,
I just
but
like
none of
NCT
them.
Dream.
There was an interesting r/Kpop thoughts thing that I saw when people were like, "Is it me or should XG not be able to be posted on r/Kpop?"
Oh yeah, you sent that to me.
Oh yeah,
I think I read that out a couple of months ago when it first was a thing. I was like, I didn't know they weren't K-pop.
All I know is that everything they do with A1 flawless.
Yes. I want to learn left right so badly. The dance.
We should next time.
It just confuses me because I don't understand how you move.
Boom, boom.
They're like left, right, and I'm like, is your chest moving? Is that just your arms? And then like they do a little stutter thing. I'm like, my body can only do many like small things, and that's too much.
All right, so UKIS announced the launch of their comeback project for their 15th anniversary. Oh my gosh.
Oh, all 6.
Oh
wait.
Yeah, I was gonna say they had some members swap out. Huh? Who?
Is that his name? Dongho?
Was he the youngest one? I think he left a while ago. Yeah, and AJ is not in it, but he also wasn't in the beginning, I don't think. But I know they've had some member line change ups. We can check the wiki after. But on May 15th, Tango Music shared UKIS has confirmed their comeback as 6-member group led by Soohyun, Hoon, and Kisup to mark their 15th anniversary of their debut. They dropped the poster on Twitter. And it has Soohyun, Hoon, and Kisup on the stage, along with 3 vacant stands, amping up the excitement for the comeback. According to the poster, members Hoon and Soohyun will each release solo digital singles in May and in June. UKIS will release a mini album as a 6-member group and carry out their comeback activities. It's also noted that UKIS will hold a 15th anniversary concert in Japan in July. Interesting. What was the song of theirs that I really liked? Man Honey.
I like the 0330. That song, I love that song so much.
I think that was their hit song, right?
Like okay. That was a good song. And it's like, okay, God, that rap was, I don't even know. Basic, but so good. That's when I was like, I think Sungho might be my favorite.
Aww.
I'm freezing.
Little UKIS stan.
But then he left.
Oh, yeah. Well, I heard that you're working him to the core. Because he was like really popular. Like he was the most popular member for a while, so he had to like do all the PR and stuff.
Oh really?
Yeah.
And wasn't he was like our age.
Yeah, he was a baby, and I remember him being like, "Sorry guys, I'll be better." But like that made me seem like I was mocking him. I wasn't. Like that's actually very, very sad. I remember, what was that song they did where they were like having it was kind of R-rated. Was it Stop Girl in the Name of Love? Like there was literally a scene of them both like making out with the girl. It was weird. It was kind of wild. Or like grinding up on her, I should say. It probably wasn't making out. I'm being dramatic. But yeah. Yes. Okay, Andy, stop. Girl in the name of love. Stop, girl.
Dancing.
Was it not Stop Girl in the Name of Love? It maybe was another one. Yeah, that seems too crinky. All right, guys. It's about that time. And as usual, listen, you do not have to go home. I promise you, you don't. You just have to get the heck out of here. Thank you so much for joining us on this lovely journey. Jazz, is there anything that you want to say to the people before we go?
No. I was trying to think. I honestly don't. I don't know.
Andre says, but where do we go?
Listen to aespa.
Oh, listen to aespa by their
Listen
toys.
to, I don't even know. Who else do I like right now? Listen to I am.
Big stage.
Stop listening to Gidle. Get that off the charts.
How dare you? Stay in the middle. Buy me some Skittles. Don't play this riddle. I'll just say it back. Don't say it did I.
Yes, I know what you like, boy.
My chemical. Oh no, listen to Part of Your World. The Danielle.
She wasn't that bad, but Hallie's better. I'm sorry. She's just out there.
The bunnies are gonna get it. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, did you see that freaking? We should bring up their. What's that thing? I sent you the light stick.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
That thing's. I'm so sorry.
It
looks like a U.
Don't.
And I honestly. And then somebody commented. They're like, it looks like the thing that they put to whiten your teeth. And I was like,
y'all need to be stopped. Y'all need to be stopped this instant.
Like, it literally looks. It's not the worst thing in the world.
It's cute,
but
though.
It's too minimalistic. It's like they could have shaped it better, like more. Maybe make it.
She's slandering their light stick.
Oh, you know what? That's what came to mind. Like, it looks like Mickey Mouse's pants upside down. Tell me it doesn't. It's white.
I cannot confirm or deny with.
Like, I just. Like, they could have formed the head a little bit more. Like, maybe, like.
How dare.
Differentiate the head from the ears.
Oh, yeah.
It's too minimalistic.
It looks like a abstract avant-garde version of BAPs.
Yeah, and that's what I was like. I feel like maybe they just didn't want to look like BAP. And that's why they were like, I guess this is what we have left. This U with eyes on it.
Listen, bunnies, this is a safe space for you. Don't listen to Jazz. This is the cutest Mickey Mouse pants light stick I've ever seen.
Just hold it upside down. You'll see it.
Take it to Disney World upside down. Now you're a Mickey stan. But yeah, honestly though, if you're looking for somewhere to go, there's actually another bar on 54th in Crenshaw. They actually have a ball pit, so if you're into that, go ahead down there, tell him you know me, I know the bouncer. He'll probably stop you from going in if you mention my name, because we have been fighting and I am banned.
Why mention you?
Because if I can't get in, none of us can.
Then why tell them?
I don't know. You guys need to suffer with me. Also, yes, if you didn't like the stream and you enjoyed yourself tonight, make sure you like it, or I will have Leanne ban you from chat. All right, no, just kidding.
I didn't know she had that much power.
She does. She's the most powerful person in this. She's more powerful than me. If she said stop streaming, I'd be like, all right, y'all.
She just can shut it down. She doesn't even have to
exactly. She has a remote to my OBS that if she wanted to, she could stop the stream right now. She could turn off my electricity as well. All right, guys.
Dang.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Chip cheerio and all that.
Yep.
Thank you, Trevi. Yes, everyone have a great weekend. Good night, and I'll see you next time. Remember to follow me on Twitter to know what my schedule is for next week. It will probably have to be a bit different if we don't stream, because I have a event on Friday next time. So anyway, and we'll see you next time. I saw you getting ready.
So I was like, which side? I always get confused. I was like, huh?
On the sleepy idol, dream of us. 난 꿈꾸고도 구시키시 꿈꿨다.
Oh, I was thinking, Genie.
So wanna 내 맘속 있는 작은 너. Alright, bye everyone. Bye. Wait, do egg yo. So
That sleepy idol thing was egg.
That's where the egg goes starts to me. Oh, clip it, y'all. Clip it and chip it. What if somebody sends it to your work and you get a raise? They're like, oh my god, we didn't know that you could do.
I mean, I'd be like, why is that getting me a raise? What does this mean? Where are we going?
All right. Before we go, I do want to say Makoto did nothing wrong. Anyway, just kidding.
I can't. Man, shut down the shut it down.
Shut down my electricity. Shut down my neighborhood's electricity. I don't deserve it.
No, it's just you. Put down that single room. That's what you need to do. Oh. Dang, it works so quick.
She shut down my life force. Shut down her heart.
She had to do what she had to do.
Yes, I am here to say Makoto did nothing wrong except entertain us for 12 episodes straight. All right.
He killed my brain cells. Anyway. And everyone else's.
How dare you? Y'all know you enjoyed that. Y'all know you can enjoy that. That's why I'm never going to pay for the therapy, because the show was therapy. You know.
Don't worry. When you don't see some money in your account, just know.
You hacked the mainframe. All right. Not burn the bar down. Not the revolting. Not a mutiny. Oh my god. What the heck? All right, y'all. We will see you next time. Bye. Like, the school should have been. The teachers should have been put out of a job because they weren't doing much. I'll be honest. They weren't doing a damn thing.
Did they exist? Did you even see parents? I mean, not parents, but weren't they like kind of like the Charlie Brown parents? Where
yeah.
Like,
honestly, now that you, yeah, I was gonna say, now that you mentioned that, that's kind of true. But like, you know, there had to be teachers because Sekai and Makoto were always talking in class, so they had to be talking somewhere. And I think one time they got shushed. So
by the other students.
Oh. Well,
they're all crazy. This is a mental institution.
Very true.
That's what they are.
It's very true.
Who would want Makoto? Like that Makoto, whatever.
You always Nikakavo Makoto Kavo Nikakado Nikakado or Makoto Kavo. All right, y'all. See you next time. Bye.
Riddles, skittles, fiddles, ittle bittle.